Ìjẹ̀bú ọmọ alárẹ̀. Ayé wo la ò jẹ rí? Tell them, let them know, say, won't lay back. Then they see us as they emulate. Then one begin, they imitate. Maybe someday they go graduate. Many people don't know about Baba. I see they go. Owó lọmọ gbàgbé òṣì. Ìjẹ̀bú Àwùjalẹ̀. Ìjẹ̀bú ọmọ alárẹ̀. Kékeré Ìjẹ̀bú o. Àwọn tó mọ̀ wá o. Àgbà Ìjẹ̀bú o. Àwọn alábòsí o. Àríyá rẹpẹtẹ. Come on! Ìjẹ̀bú jó dáadáa. Ìjẹ̀bú Jayọ̀bá. We done the ball with the represent. Olówó lọmọ ṣe yóò. Ìjẹ̀bú lọmọ kò sóṣì. Ayé wo la ò jẹ rí? Tell them, let them know, say, wọ́n lè bá. Ìjẹ̀bú Àwùjalẹ̀. Ìjẹ̀bú ọmọ alárẹ̀. Kékeré Ìjẹ̀bú o. Come on! Àwọn tó mọ̀ wá o. Àgbà Ìjẹ̀bú o. Àwọn alábòsí o. Egbe. Ó pọ̀. Come on. Mo fọ́ kó yínú. Yínú. Egbe. Ó pọ̀. Ìjẹ̀bú ọmọ alárẹ̀. Ṣé o ń gbọ́ àwọn dà? See them. Kékeré Ìjẹ̀bú o. Àwọn tó mọ̀ wá o. Àgbà Ìjẹ̀bú o. Àwọn alábòsí o. Ìjẹ̀bú ọmọ alárẹ̀. Come on.
Hello. Good morning, everybody. To all the Ìjẹ̀bú people on the platform this morning, I say you are all welcome to this our Sunday sermon. I'm greeting everybody. My name is Dupsy Baby. We come here every Sunday, most of the Sundays, not all the Sundays, to just come and share our opinions on different life issues. So we're here again. You are all welcome. We're here again this morning to start with this topic. One man is going to play a particular video. Then after the video, we start responding to what the woman said in the video. Woman, can you go ahead?
The video that I posted the last time about God and Jesus being the ultimate 911. I stand by it, okay? But I saw some comments. I couldn't read all the comments, but I saw some comments of people saying how they are afraid, especially women, how they are scared, they are afraid to live this life because this life is so dangerous, this, that. And honestly, it's bothering me. It's bothering me because afraid is not where you should be. Afraid is not the right state of mind you should be in. What you should be is aware, okay? I'll tell you a difference between somebody who is afraid and somebody who is aware. Years ago, a friend of mine was on set with one little girl. The girl was about 9 years old or 10, 8, 9, 10 thereabout. This girl walks into the set with so much confidence, okay? When she wanted to change her clothes, there were men in the room. There were some other ladies in the room. She said, please excuse me. I would like to change my clothes. I would like some privacy. Everybody stood up and left the room for her. The child, I don't want to call the mother's name. She's a popular fashion designer in Lagos, and by societal whatever societal the way they qualify people in the society, people might not really say that she's a good woman, but to me that's a good mother right there. Because what you should teach a girl child, what you should give a girl child is information. Do you understand? And that's exactly how you should treat yourself. You should be aware, not afraid. You should be aware of yourself, especially your mind. Awareness is what will make you understand that as a woman, you are a target. The way they will treat a man who got drunk and sleep outside naked is not the same way they will treat a woman who will get drunk and sleep outside naked. Of course, they are gentlemen, I'm not saying that. But by societal qualification, as a woman, you are not allowed to mess up. And that's why you should be aware. You should be more aware than you are afraid. I don't know if I'm making sense. You should equip yourself instead of being afraid to leave. You understand? And even when you pray to God, to the Holy Spirit to help you, to direct you, the only way God can still help you is through the activities that are going on in your life. So knowing God is good, praying is good, but one thing praying and knowing God will direct you to do is to go and learn more about yourself. If you learn more about yourself, you will know exactly what you need. Awareness will teach you that as a woman, you don't have the luxury of loving anybody unconditionally. Unconditional.
All right, Dupsy. So that's where we needed her to land on. As a woman, you don't have the luxury of loving anyone unconditionally.
Yeah, I think it's a very good topic. So my opinion on this is that as a woman, you don't have to love, you don't have the luxury to love anyone unconditionally. I think when you start, especially in a marriage, I think I always preach maturity and that people should be ready for this thing called marriage, especially. I'm talking about marriage here, not even boyfriend and girlfriend. So when a man, as the head of the house, loves a woman, with his whole heart and does everything that you're supposed to do as a man, a woman will respond automatically. Women are not mad. They are loving being. So if you do what you're supposed to do as a man, you love your wife, you respect her, you do what you're supposed to do in the house, the woman will love you after a while. I'm not saying that the love starts unconditionally. It usually comes with conditions. I will say that.
Yes,
But
that was
yeah,
going to be my question to you.
yeah.
Actually, do you agree with the concept of unconditional love?
I think it grows. It's a process. It grows after a
You
while.
you think it exists though?
I think so. Unconditional love exists after some time, woman. And it's going to be a
You
lot
see,
of
I
work.
don't think it does.
It
I,
does.
I, I
It's a process, woman. That's what I'm trying to explain. It doesn't just come that love at first sight, and that love at first sight is going to be unconditional. I don't believe in that. But I think it's a process. It's what you sow, you will reap. Do you understand? It's what you sow. So I think it's a process, and it grows gradually into an unconditional love. It doesn't start with it's always conditional when it's starting. So when you're rough with your woman, you don't pay her any attention, you don't respect her, you don't do what you're supposed to do, you can't get an unconditional love for that kind of woman. What you sow, you should reap. That's what I believe. But when you're there 100%, your mind is there with the woman and you're doing what you're supposed to do, it's going to grow. Women are soft-hearted. It grows.
can I disagree with you, Dupsy?
Definitely you can. Go ahead, woman.
Right. I don't think there is such a thing as unconditional love in a relationship between partners. And this is why. So you meet whoever, the girl, the boy, you meet whoever your partner is at some phase of adulthood. So that person is established as a human being with whatever it is that it is their process to get to wherever it is that you meet them. So you are meeting them as they are, and then there are certain qualities within them that you admire, and if you're lucky enough, they admire qualities in you as well, and then a relationship forms. But the fact that you don't know that you did not know them prior to you meeting them, put some conditionalities on how you relate to them. No matter how long that relationship lasts, you still, because the instinct, the human instinct, is to be self-protective and on guard. So no matter how much you love them, no matter how much you trust them, and trust, by the way, is not to be conflated with unconditionality. No matter how long you've loved, and no matter how deep your feelings are, there's still elements within you that protects your inner sanctum of your mentality, and that is unconditionality. That is a conditional love. So the only unconditional love that I think is possible is a parent-child relationship. Outside of that, I don't think that concept exists, unconditional love.
And I think you're right, woman. But I've explained. I said it's a process. It leads to that when you're very steady and you know what you're doing with maturity and with patience. I think a woman especially grows to love a man unconditionally. It depends on how you began the relationship. It depends on what you sow into that relationship. It depends on your conscious efforts. So it's not about a woman loving any man unconditionally. No, I'm not saying that. And it doesn't exist in every marriage. But I can tell you it exists in some. And it's over years, it's a process. Nobody starts with unconditional love, no one. But it can actually get to that. That's what I'm saying. Okay, well, man,
Um,
let's Madonna, let Chema go first.
yeah, let Shella go ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, good morning. I would like for Adama to go so I can gather my thoughts.
Okay, that's fine.
Thank you.
Adama, yeah, go ahead,
Yes,
Adama. Yeah.
good morning, everyone. It's almost afternoon here. Well, I support what Miss Dupsy said. And another thing, one man, there's a point you made. The love that exists between a mother and her child is unconditional. She carried that person in her womb. Of course, you do anything to your child, but at the same time, I believe there should be a limit to what you do for your child as well. So, but when it comes to unconditional love, does it exist? Yes, it does exist. It doesn't happen overnight. It comes with time, just like trust. It's something you build and work gradually upon. And the more you're with that person, and there's something Miss Dupsy said that is so true. If you know your partner, who you are doing this marriage, life lessons, whatever you're doing, your situation is, if that person, there's something called in America, ride or die, a woman that has your back. No matter what, she will be there to hold you down. So it does exist. Like this guy that sang, this musician, Abdul Karim or whatever his name, the one in Nigeria. He said his wife donated a kidney. Dupsy, am I wrong? Donated an
You're
organ.
correct. I listened to that interview. Yeah, you're
Yes.
correct.
So woman, for a woman to do that and be
But
in a
that is
match,
hostage taking now. That's hostage taking. She's
uh-uh,
doing that. She's doing that to emotionally lock him in now.
what are
That's
you
a
talking
cynical
about?
move.
Woman, are you trying to say if your wife is a match for you to save you and you need to leave, she would not give up one of her organs for you?
Yeah, but my wife lost me probably. I don't even want to say that, but the level of love in a relationship is never equal measure. Somebody often loves one person more than the other, and the female often instances loves the man more than he loves her dearly, but she loves him even more. I've not yet seen a relationship where the love is equal. The female always loves the man more, because I don't quite know why, but that seems to be the phenomenon. So Yeah.
It can be equal. Love cannot, one person has to love the other person more than the other one. And yes, most times it's women, but at the same time we have men who do love their wife more than their wife love them. They do
And Diana,
exist.
one thing we should know, because a man doesn't verbalize it, doesn't mean he doesn't love his wife more
Yes,
than the wife loves him.
yes,
And
yes.
they do
And
a
it,
lot of sacrifices for their wife. You will know that this man loved me more than I love him because of the sacrifice it does, what it can do for you. So, because it doesn't verbalize it, it can actually express his emotions all the time. Doesn't mean that his wife loves him more than him. So I don't think so. I don't think it happens all the time that a woman loves a man more than a man. If you can see what the man does in the house, you will just know this man can actually lay his life down for his family, for his wife. So don't say that most of the time women love. No, I don't even support that. I think it can be equal, or even most of the time, the more matured men, the more intentional men, they love their wife more than the wives love them. I can say that because of the sacrifices. Go ahead, Adana.
yeah, Miss Lucy, you just said it all. It's true. It's all about what works for you and your partner. And you, if you know you, everybody knows the role they play in their relationship. And I always say something: no relationship is the same. If it works for the both of you, who cares what the other person think? If I love my husband more than he loves me, it works for us. If my husband loves me more than I love him, it works for us. But at the same time, does unconditional love exist in a relationship or in a marriage? Yes, it does exist. And it takes a level of maturity, tolerance, patience for those things to come in. Thank you.
So
I
sorry,
agree with you, Adama.
what's your understanding of that term? Hello?
Yeah,
Woman,
I'm
go
listening.
ahead. They're
Yeah, we can
No,
hear
listening
no.
to
I,
you.
you.
I I said, what is your understanding of that term? In places like the Philippines, Thailand, etc., they have this funny coinage. They say, "No money, no honey." There are certain things that have to be. There's certain things that has to be in place for that love to be unconditional. So certain things do have to be in place. So and as for those things to have to be in place for that love to exist, then there is conditions. We're talking about money, we're talking about uprightness, we're talking about honesty, we're talking about not cheating. So if a man has zero money, is not upright or respected, he cheats on you a lot, is violent towards you, would you love him? The
But we
answer is
said
no.
that now,
But
woman.
hold
We
on,
said
one
that
man. You
earlier.
just
Yes,
Yeah.
you.
so those are the conditions of love then, aren't they?
No,
So
no,
so
no, no,
there
no,
are
no.
conditions.
Woman, not every relationship is cheating, violence, or what you just mentioned. And I want us to still stop portraying every relationship. We have good men out here. We have good women out here who have stable relationships. So not every relationship has what you just said. And there's something
No,
called
no,
verbal abuse.
sorry, Adama. I didn't mean
Uh-huh.
to cut you up. I'm not saying what I'm actually saying is that those things have to be in place for a relationship to work. So the man
Has
has
to
to
be, hold on,
love.
hold on, hold on. Define what needs to be in place. Are you saying abuse needs to be in place for that
No, no,
relationship
no,
to
no,
work?
no, 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 no. The man has not to be abusive. He has not to be a cheater. He has to have some sort of respectability, some sort of income, even if it's not matching the woman, at least some sort of contribution. All of these things have to be in place as a given for that unconditional love to be there. So if these things are not in place, then it will be a real struggle for that woman to love him. So those things being in place are the conditions for love. So there's no such thing as unconditional love. It's essentially what I'm saying.
Okay, so what you're saying is, in terms of having no cheating, you're respectful and all those things. There are things that need to be in place. Yes, quite all right. I do agree with you, but at the
Yeah, but
same
there are
time,
conditions. There are conditions though. So those are
what
those are
conditions?
conditions.
Okay, please. What are the conditions, one
Did
man?
you
No,
did
It's
you
just
what
like,
you just
mention
said.
Adama? He's been saying this the whole time. That's all he's mentioned it. Income, stability, no cheating, those are conditions. That's why one man is right. And Doopsy, I know that sometimes we want to be in this fairy tale, goody two shoes lifestyle, but it doesn't exist. Even you, right? If you're married to, someone that is not, forthcoming on things that you respect in a man, you're gonna dump him. So that's the reality. So there is no such thing as unconditional love, and that's that.
No, I'm saying it's a process, Chema. It doesn't exist in the beginning of any relationship. It is a process. It
And I
depends
support
on
what
what the
Dipsy
man
said. It is a
sows.
process, but
Yeah,
people think they're walking in through
yeah.
the door, they get married
No,
and
no,
whatever,
no.
have this
There's nothing
elaborate
like
one,
that.
and it starts immediately. No, it's a
No,
process.
there's
It
nothing
doesn't
like
happen
that. It is.
overnight. If you know you married
Mm-hmm.
a cheater from day one, he's going to keep cheating on you while he's married to you. So it's not changing.
Exactly. It's a process, and a lot of things has to be in place too, as woman said. So it's going to grow gradually from that conditional love to an unconditional love. It depends on the how intentional both partners are in this relationship. So
And
it can
another thing,
actually grow.
Dupsy, is that
Yeah,
people don't want to do the work. People just want to live a
exactly.
luxury
A
life.
lot of people.
Nobody wants to take
I agree.
accountability for anything.
I
And they
agree totally
expect
to
things to
that
happen
too.
overnight. No,
No,
marriage is
it doesn't
work,
happen that way.
relationship is
It
commitment.
is.
And if you're
It
not in
is.
that place in your life, don't get involved in things like that.
Exactly. I support that totally. And it's not compulsory because it's a lot of work. You have to be intentional, matured, wants to do this. It's not about you getting married during a theater wedding and everybody comes, everybody sees you. No, it's not about that. So people have to know that this requires a lot of intentionality. This requires a lot of work. Do you understand?
Hello, my
Persistence.
ladies.
So, yeah, go ahead, Princess.
Good
You're
morning,
welcome.
everyone, my beautiful ladies and
Good
gentlemen.
morning, Princess. You're
It's
welcome.
been quite a
Good
while.
morning.
It is, yeah. Go
Please,
ahead.
can I say something towards
Go
this
ahead.
topic?
Go ahead.
For me, I don't believe there's anything like unconditional love in any human relationship. I know the unconditional love we have is only from God. God loves you unconditionally. But in the relationships, there's nothing like unconditional love. Because if you say you love a man so much, if the man keeps hurting you every day, cheating on you, beating you up, treating you bad, you're not going to continue to love him. You won't love him. Even if you love him in the
You guys are
beginning.
not listening to our argument. Oh,
But
I
Miss
can see a lot of
Dipsy,
people
you
are
said
biased
you
already.
no,
You are
but Miss
not listening
Dipsy,
at
but Miss
all.
No,
Dipsy, we
I
are
don't like it
listening.
when
You said
people
it's
just
a
come in. You have to
process.
listen to what we are
No,
talking
you
about.
said it's a
Oh,
process, but along the
always
line,
listen,
people
please.
change though.
Yeah.
yeah,
But
so
Miss
what I'm saying
Dipsy,
is that, I mean, that's just my
Yeah, and it's not going
opinion.
to grow. Chioma, I
Yeah,
agree. It's not going to
because if
grow
the
if you
both
change, if you're
parties,
not intentional.
yeah, if the both parties are loving
You have
each
to
other,
listen.
well,
if the both
it's
if the
conditional.
both parties are loving each other, they are treating each other right, of course that marriage, that love will continue to grow, it will continue to blossom. But if one is loving one and the other one is not, I mean, eventually that love is going to be destroyed. So to
You
me, I
are
don't.
very correct, Princess. You are correct. So
Yeah.
that's what we said. But it can
And
actually
another
grow.
thing,
It is
Princess, I
possible.
wanted to buttress to what you said. When you say disrespect and doing this thing to the female, a lot of women stay in relationship or marriage, be quote unquote, because of their children. For a lot, some of them for financial reason, some of them because the family encouraged them to stay. So we need to start building a society where we encourage our women to speak up and back them up, give
Yeah.
them the support they need if
Yeah.
they're going through these things, for them to know it's okay to get help and
I
not
don't.
encourage people to stay in a
Yes,
relationship if you're not getting what you need.
but Adam, is you are imposing your standards on relationships. Some
No,
women
no, no,
actually.
woman,
So
this is
sorry,
not
let me
imposing.
just make this point. So some women actually see abuse as a form of love. Women feel that.
One
Why
man,
would
stop
you
it.
say
One
so?
man, stop
So
it.
No,
don't
one
you
man,
One
say
man,
don't
stop
say,
something
one
it.
man,
like
don't
Stop
that.
say
it.
that.
Please
Hold on.
stop.
One man,
Don't say that.
one man.
Please,
Hold on.
no.
Please,
No,
No.
does it? Am I? Is what I'm saying? Is it is it untrue or unacceptable? Because it is
It's not
true.
It's
acceptable. It's
untrue.
false.
It's
Woman, let
Unacceptable,
me
untrue.
but
give
it
you
is
an
true.
instance. I have a
But
very close friend.
sorry, let me just make the point, Princess. It is true that some women actually see abuse as a show of love. Like if the man smacks them across the face, gentle chastisement.
Those women,
Some
they have psychiatric issues. They are not
yes,
normal women.
but some women actually see that as an expression that he cares about them. That's why he's smacking them
No, no,
around.
no, no,
So
no. There's not about care. There's nothing like someone abusing you
I,
physically. That's
I
not
think
love.
I think
It's not love.
that woman must have some psychiatric issues, because if you are a normal human
I
being.
agree totally,
No, but
Princess.
yeah, some people are
Damaged
mentally
individuals. Very
disturbed already.
damaged.
Look, for instance, I have a very close friend that is going through this problem now. She's been married to this man right from the beginning, you know. Initially, the man said, "Oh, you know what? I just want you to stay home, take care of the kids, let me go to school." Then after she was working, the man was going to school. The man went to school, got all his degrees, is working. Now it's time for her to go to school. He said, no, no, don't go to school. I can make money and take care of you and the kids. So all the time they've been married, this man has been home doing nothing. Now the man has made money. Now he's, treating her like nothing, beating her up, trying to do all sorts of evil against her. Right now she's been wanting to move, but she couldn't move because she has nothing on her name. So, I mean, the man has been abusing her, but because she didn't have a support system, her family depends on the man to give them money. The mom is collecting money from the man. The father is collecting money from the man. Even she's complaining to the family, this man is abusing me. They are like, you know what? I won't advise you to leave. Please, just hang on. Just hang on. Try to make it work. Because everybody is gaining from the relationship. So that
That's a
one,
damaged woman.
yeah, she's
So people
damaged.
should just
She
stand
is
up for what they
damaged.
believe in.
She
Yeah.
came up. She
Yeah.
came from a home. The mother left her and remarried and moved on with her life. The grandmother took care of her. The grandmother is gone. The father, she has no good, close relationship with the father. The mom is just like, you know what? So they are everyone exploiting her. Now she remained in the relationship because she has no money, she has nowhere to go. But now, when it's something to doing with her life, because it's threatening to take her life, she had to run out to a shelter. So there's nothing like,
but Princess, you see what you're describing, not that exact example, but abusive, exploitative relationships. They are more commonplace than what we would term as normal relationships. So relationships where especially the female is being abused in some form, emotionally, physically, financially, whatever, that's more commonplace than what people will want to
Stop
term as
promoting
a
that one
normal.
mic. It's not
I don't
common,
I'm
and we
think
not
should
so.
promoting.
accept
I
it.
Is
don't
it not
think so.
true?
Don't
One man.
promote it.
I
What
It's
are you
not
don't.
saying?
common, and we
Please, please,
shouldn't accept
Dupsy, wait,
it.
please, Dupsy,
One
wait.
man, stop
Woman,
it.
please, I have a question. What do you
Can
mean?
somebody
Come
come
on.
in?
Yes, well, please, ban of prestige. Hold on for a minute. One man, what do you mean is common? Could you define that word common?
Because
If we are looking at
you
if we are
sound
looking
like
at
most. They are
sorry,
more.
let me say this, Princess. If we're looking at 10 relationships, 5 or 6 is probably abusive in some form.
One man is right.
Oh man,
Yes.
that's not true. You are sounding
No,
like most
one
marriages
man
are
is
6 in
very
toxic.
right.
10. Yeah.
You sound like most marriages are toxic. No,
It's
they are.
true. Yes, it's true. I mean, look at Nigerian marriages. Most of them are toxic. Let's stop doing this American thing. You're freaking African. You know how those men beat their women in
No,
Nigeria?
most
Let's not
marriages are
pretend
not
it.
toxic or what.
Yeah,
Chairman,
yeah,
is the people
so
that
yes,
comes to
they
cry to
are.
you
They
guys.
are.
It's the people that comes to cry to you guys on social media. That's why you're thinking most
No,
marriages are toxic. Most
why
marriages
then
are
why
not
is there
toxic.
divorce? Why is there a high divorce
No,
rate?
most marriages are not toxic.
Okay,
And then
Miss
if
Dupsy,
anybody
Miss
is
Dupsy,
in a
go back
toxic
to
marriage
Nigeria.
today, get
Miss
out of that toxic
Dupsy,
marriage, please.
Miss
Don't
Dupsy,
stay in a
Miss
toxic marriage.
Dupsy,
It's not right.
Miss
Yeah,
Dupsy, go
I'm
back to
listening,
Nigeria and
Chairman.
ask some questions. You realize that a lot of women are enduring because they have no financial
Then they should
means
get
to
out
leave
of
the
of
marriage.
the
And
marriage.
They
They
Choma,
should
have
get
they
out.
have that
I mean,
luxury.
I said,
They don't
Choma,
have
can I
that
say
luxury to
something?
leave.
No,
They
but
don't have
Choma,
that
can I say
luxury like you.
something?
No, let me finish. Miss Dupsy, they don't have that luxury to leave a abusive relationship. So yes, there's a lot of
They should
in
go and
abusive
find something to
relationships.
do,
No,
Chairman. They
Choma,
are
you
lazy
need to
women
say
too.
this thing. You need
They
to
are
say
very
the way
lazy.
it is. We are in a society where we frown at women leaving their husband. And yes, you're right. If we go do a survey back home, a lot of the marriage back home are managed and not marriage. So we need to
so it
start.
goes back
Yes.
to what man was saying. He is right.
No, it's not right. He's not
He
right.
is
People
right.
have stable relationship. No, it's not. Because you know
Not
of those things
everyone.
or you see it happening.
That's your relationship. Your own relationship is stable. Don't speak for everyone. A lot of people are going through abuse in their marriage and they're just enduring it because of the kids.
And they should get out of the marriage, Chairman.
But they don't
Is it
have
by
that
force?
luxury. Let's get
They
out
should
of
go
this
and walk.
bubble.
They are lazy women. They should go and walk. What do you mean they don't have
Emma
that luxury?
Bamio, Emma
They should go
Bamio,
and walk,
you're depending
man.
on a man for everything.
Dupsy, go back to Africa. That's all
hold
I'm
on, Choma. Dupsy, do you want to bring Prestige in at some point? I think he may,
Yeah.
just for a male
Yeah,
perspective.
yeah. Man of prestige. Go ahead.
Yeah, good good morning. Well, it's morning here. Most of you, I believe, are in the afternoon. It's about 9 o'clock, 9:08 here. So, Dupsy, good morning. Chioma, Adama, what the other princess? That's the only person that I don't know of, But good morning, and good morning, Adama. Afternoon. I'm sorry, wherever you're. I guess I'm basing my
Yeah, good
narrative because
afternoon.
yeah, it's still morning here, about nine something. But yeah, having said that, I think I'm gonna come from a different angle. I mean, that's the way I foresee this what we are talking about. I think there's something like unconditional love. I think I'm on the side of one man to a certain degree. Yeah, there's unconditional love, and I will give you what it is. In my own understanding, love without string attached is an unconditional love. I mean, it doesn't really matter, what happened because it's not equal. When two people equally love each other, yeah, it's a deep love for both sides, but you can't define that as unconditional love. Unconditional love normally come with one of the partner. It doesn't matter what happened, that person is going to love the other person, equally. So that's how I see what we consider unconditional love. And what we forgot, there's a trait. I mean, there's different traits, you can consider to be unconditional love. Normally come from, one of the partner. I'm a deep apathy, that's definitely. So it doesn't matter because, you have an apathy for your partner. You're gonna love that person regardless if the person doesn't love you. Like one man properly states, and I agree with him. I mean, of course, most of you here are women, so you probably have a different opinion. You have men that beat women, they still love that person regardless of maybe they are both of them are equal in terms of financial, but they're still gonna love that man. You know, that there's an apathy for that person has for the other person. So there's no doubt. And you have another trait which in my own opinion, that's what we call a personal boundary. Radical assessment. Whereby you accept that person unconditionally, regardless of his failure. Or what he does. You're still gonna love him. You're not gonna judge the person, whatever. Let's say they are cheating. I mean, there's a lot of women, men. You know how we are. When it comes to cheating, we don't tolerate that. But men, I mean, women, they're a little bit more tolerance in that, in that aspect. So it doesn't go both ways, I mean, some women has a very I can't say women, let me say some people has a very forgiving heart. So whatever their wife does or whatever their husband does, they're gonna forgive them. Of course, women, let's be more factual, women forgive men more than women, vice versa. So in my own opinion, that's definitely an unconditional love. Okay, I mean, that's where I see. But as we go on,
Thank
maybe
you.
I can elaborate. I'm not going to be here for long. I have a football
Yeah.
game to go. But I just want to make that comment that I'm on the side of one man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, man of prestige. Tokpeo, please kindly unmute. Let me hear your opinion on this.
Hi everyone. Can you hear me?
Very well, Tokpeo. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm driving. I just stopped by briefly to weigh in on what one man and Chioma said. I absolutely agree with Chioma and one man on this one. That doesn't make it right, but they're actually true. In the African setting, women are either confused and take abuse as a form of love. It could either be due to financial hardship and loneliness or neglect that they may have experienced while growing up, and getting beating up and physical abuse, mental abuse, verbal abuse is taken as a form of love, especially if the man is still providing, buying cars, money, and all that. If the man is physical, they still take it as a form of love. That doesn't make it right, and I don't support that. But Choma and woman are speaking the facts in the African setting.
Thank you, Miss
But
Tope.
can
Thank you
I say
so much.
something? What just Tope just
Yeah.
said? That's not unconditional love because you are there for the benefit. So let's assume tomorrow the man is broke
God
or lost
bless
the
you,
job.
man of
You're
prestige.
gonna
God
leave.
bless you.
So that's
God
not part of
bless you.
unconditional love.
Yeah, thank
You're
you,
gonna
man of
leave.
prestige. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Temi, can you unmute Temi? Let me hear your
Yeah,
opinion
yes.
on this.
Sorry, Dupsy,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Prestige, that's the point. The point is that unconditional love does not exist. But yeah, good to see you, Temi.
Yeah, Temi, go
Hello,
ahead.
everyone. Yeah, thank you for having me on again. It's
Hi,
been a while.
Timmy.
How are
Hi,
you, Choma?
Timmy. How are
How
you?
I'm
Long
doing good.
time. Been a while since last week.
For sure, for sure. Yes, yes. So yeah, I'm just gonna dive in real quick on the topic again. I don't believe in unconditional love. I think everyone's love is conditional. You know, there's intention behind love. Love is like, is accountable per person. So if that person loses love for you or doesn't show that love in the way that they used to, it's almost warranted the other person would lose that connection too. With the phrase unconditional love, I think that's a very biblical phrase because only God can love everyone unconditionally. People say parents too, but in a way, if a child disappoints their parent, it gets to the stage where a parent would then end up disowning their children. So that's another example of unconditional, like conditional love. But that's the way I could take it. I could be wrong if someone can debate that.
Thank you so much, Temi.
Miss Dupsy,
Who's the
I
next
give
person here?
Miss
Yeah.
Dupsy, I
Sure.
haven't given my submission though.
Okay, sorry, Chum.
Oh, no
Go ahead.
problem. It's just a 1 second submission. You know, I like some women are very simple, women like me that live in the real world. As long as my thing is if you're the breadwinner and you're cheating or whatever, excusable. That's unconditional. Um, if you're broke, you're cheating, that's unconditional. Wait, hold on. That's conditional because I'll leave you. But if you're the breadwinner, you're cheating, that's unconditional. Now, I will not tolerate abuse and I will not tolerate neglect. Other than that, my love for any man will be unconditional. Like if I'm married to you, my love for you will be unconditional as long as there's no abuse and no cheating when you're broke. That's it.
Thank
Let
you,
me
Chuma.
say something. For the first point Chioma just said, because she said, if you are the breadwinner and you give me what I want, I mean, you providing what I want. In that sense, that's conditional
That's
because you are
conditional.
there for what that person can provide you. And the day
No,
the
but
person
I'll
can
give
provide,
you unconditional love because you're providing. I can tolerate
yes,
it.
I mean the
No,
second
but
part,
Chama, that love is
you
conditional.
made is
That love is
I agree with the
conditional.
second
It's
part you made,
based on
but the first
what you
part
are
I
getting.
disagree because you are there
Yeah,
for that condition.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
of course. That's why I said there's no such thing as unconditional love.
Okay, good, good.
Oh,
Because
okay.
some
Thank
Now
you,
you
some
Choma. I
clarify.
love
Now
is
you
support
just
what
clarify
you
that.
say.
I don't
Choma,
believe
Choma, I support what you say.
there's
When there is money, you're there. When
yeah.
there's no money,
that's
we have
condition now.
standards.
That's
No,
Yes.
no,
conditional.
you see,
Yes, we have
Adama,
standards.
now you're misunderstanding me, right? If you're broke, right?
We
Don't
can't
cheat.
we can't tolerate a
No,
lot
no,
if
no.
you're broke.
No.
Yes,
My
yeah, I
thing is no,
support what you're
no.
saying.
If you're
Yes.
broke, no. If you're broke, I can love you unconditionally. However, do not cheat. I hate when broke people cheat, especially if I'm paying a light bill. I should have
So
paid any bill.
if he's rich, you can tolerate his cheating.
That's unconditional because you're paying bills, bro. You're paying
You,
Bam,
bills.
you
Period.
know
bam.
what? people, we are missing the right. Hold on, we are missing the right definition of unconditional love. It's
Yeah.
love without no string attachment.
Thank you,
Without
That
man
is
of
no
faith.
unconditional love.
love without any
Yes, but
benefits.
Yes.
Love
hold on.
without any benefits.
Sorry, hold on. That's exactly the point, Prestige. What I am saying, and I think Chioma somewhat agrees, is that it is a concept that does not exist. You know, because there are certain things that has to be in place before that love can be unconditional. But at Dupsy, you've got Rational Mind and Mike, and then Zita joining you.
Rational, but I didn't invite Rational Mind to my show now. Why is he here?
Is the
Rational
love
Mind
that brought
is
him
the
in.
love anyway. It's the love. Okay, Rational
Rational
Mind on
Mind is
mute.
my
Let me hear your
princess.
submission on this.
Rational Mind, we're waiting to
He's
hear
not
from
here.
you.
Rational mind, please don't talk about Tinubu and Remy.
Can I tell something? Rational
Please
Mind,
don't
you know
talk
this is
about
my
Tinubu
first
and
time.
Remy. Let's just talk about the topic. Rational mind.
Come on, come on,
Rational
come on.
Mind, can I say something to Rational Mind? I'm one of your biggest fans. So that's
Oh,
all.
thank you, Shiava. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Those are people that show me love, not like people like Dupe that doesn't want me here. I mean, you don't share no Dupe. You don't share.
No,
You know,
just go
Balowe.
ahead, Rational Mind. Why you be
You
letting
know, Balowe.
Kutu?
Oh, shout
Rational
out to
mind, I
Balowe.
greet you, my brother. Adama
I
is
greet you,
here
man.
greeting you.
Is that Adama?
Yes, now is Adama.
Wepano.
Rational mind, this is
Odimwa.
Princess Rosie greeting you too.
Oh, my sister Rosie
I am
from
one of your
Texas.
biggest fans too, but don't talk about
Until you tell me to
Tinubu
talk
and
about
Remy.
all right. All right. You know what? You let the ladies speak. I will join
Rational
you guys.
Mind, Rational Mind. This is
Yeah.
one man. I am no fan of yours, but I'm
I
greeting you
know.
anyway. I'm
I
greeting
know.
you
I know you're not
anyway.
my fan. I know you're not my fan. Dubai, please just go around to the ladies. I will join you
Okay,
guys because I'm trying to do
okay,
something.
okay. AI, can you unmute, please, so that we can hear your submission?
I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
trying to use. Can you hear me?
Very well, AI.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Actually, I don't know what you people are discussing. What's up?
Okay.
I just came in.
Yeah. Let me bring her up to speed. We were
Okay.
talking about unconditional love, and we were saying, is it a concept that actually exists? So the not even the argument, but the conversation is counterweighted. Some people actually feel fervently that unconditional love does exist. I myself, and I think alongside Chioma, we feel that it's a concept that self-defeats, because for that love to exist, certain things have to be in place, and if those things have to be in place, then those are conditionalities. So it's a
I didn't get the last
unconditional.
sentence you made.
No. I was saying Chioma and myself, we disagree that unconditional love is a concept that self-defeats, because for a love to be unconditional, certain conditionalities has to be in place. The man has to not be abusive, he has to not be a cheat, somewhat of a financial provider, some respectability. So if all of those things have to be in place for the love to exist, then those are already conditionalities. But I think the panel is somewhat divided. So let's hear from you.
Unconditional love. Yes, at the beginning, but when it starts, there might be conditions. The first attraction, the first compatibility might be unconditional. But as the love grows, there will be conditions. Because actually, I am not a fan of unconditional love anyway. I'm not a fan of it. Even we that are Christian, they say Jesus loves us without any condition, but that's not true. He loves us so that we can love him back. And if you don't love him back and do what he tells you to do, you're going to rot in hell. So I don't know where they got that unconditional love. I mean, so for me, it doesn't work. But I know that some people dabble into love without really knowing why they like that person. Maybe that's what you people call unconditional. But along the line that we know, that's just the truth. Along the line that we know, because those things he was doing or that made you like him, that you didn't know that that was the reason why you liked him, along the line you will find out. Because if he does something different, you wouldn't like it. But a woman, I am not a fan of unconditional. I don't even know where people got that one from, that word from. There must be some things in place before. I mean, it might only be, I like her eyes, I like her hair. From there, you start. Are you saying unconditional love in marriage or in friendship?
No,
Or
just as a concept, just as a concept. I was actually going to give the leeway of a parent-child relationship, that the parent cascading that love down to the child can be because I think somewhat parent love there. You see a serial killer, and the mother will tell you he was a choir boy and he's such a nice boy. I think a parent-child relationship can be unconditional, the parent cascading that love down to the child. But if you're talking about a partnership of two adult individuals, I cannot see how conditionalities are not embedded in that. Even the physical attraction itself is a condition.
woman, I tend to differ on parents. Parents is not unconditional love. I would rather call it protective love. That's what they have for their children. Because a parent that have a very terrible child inside the bedroom, he or she will be wishing that that child is good, that that child does better within him or herself. So what they actually do have is protective. You can't walk into a man's house and tell the man that the son is useless. He's not going to take that anyway. Even when inside of him, he knows that the child is useless. But
me, I like fine girls. The ones where they wear short skirts. Oh, me, I like fine girls. Oh, fine girls like Tyler Star. Oh, fine girl, you're melanin pop pop pop.
that worshiping.
Sorry about that. Sorry, carry on. I don't know what happened there.
In churches where they say a woman should tie her hair, cover her neck, cover her, I said that is not what attracts a man. It might even be the way she walk inside the babariga can attract a man. So I don't know what they actually mean by unconditional, because to me, there is nowhere there is no condition for loving you, honestly, sincerely speaking. Whether in marriage, whether father, mother, parents, children to their parents, there is condition somewhere. And for parents self, that one is a no, because
all right, Doopsy, we have electricity, and then we have Mike, and then maybe after that, I think I sent you a message on WhatsApp. Maybe after that we go to another topic.
Let Mike talk. Mike, can you unmute?
It would have been nice to give an honor to electricity, because this is like his first time ever being on our show.
Let Mike talk first, Chairman, then he can go. Let Mike talk first. Yeah. Mike, unmute, please. Hello, Mike. Is Mike not there? Okay. Then electricity then can go ahead then.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's nice to be here. Greetings to every one of you. Unconditional love. Okay, does it really exist, even in a concept, between a man to in a relationship? No, because if we go by the definition of unconditional love, it's having to love someone no matter what they do and have no expectation of repayment. So it doesn't exist between a man and a woman in a relationship. There's always conditions attached to it. If it's unconditional love, if I understand very well, we're not going to have separation or divorce, or I'm done with you. So I'm going to love you regardless of what you do or what I do to you or what you do to me. In terms of parents to a child, yes, I will argue that to an extent that even if the child is a bad behavior child that have to require the child to be put incarcerated, it won't change the love the parents have for that child. The parents will not say, I don't love this child again. Even though if the child is being incarcerated or put, it's still going to be that unconditional love between a parent and a child do exist. I will say that, but between a boyfriend to a girlfriend or a husband to a wife, I don't think it exists, and that's just my own 2 cents contribution. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much. One man. Let's
Baby, Juicy baby.
okay,
Can
okay.
can
Maurice
I go?
Noel.
Can I?
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
thanks.
ahead.
But
Yeah,
more
go ahead.
buckle well, Mama pounds lórí mi bẹ́ẹ̀.
Dipsy, can
Eh,
you hear me now?
yeah, Mike, I can hear you. Kí ni rational mind suppose show? Kí ló ló ṣe ẹ́?
Wọ́n ní pé òfẹ́ mi báyìí. Why don't you fẹ́ mi now?
Kí ni
Why don't you
problem
want me?
ẹ̀ náà rational? Ṣé torí tèmi ló ṣe wá síbí báyìí ni? Àbí kí ni
Nítorí ẹ̀ náà
wàhálà
ni. Nítorí
tó
ẹ̀ ni.
kó
Mo
síra ẹ
like mo
lọ́rùn?
like mo like mo
If
like
any
voice ẹ̀.
now, eh?
Ìfẹ́ mi.
If any
One man, I
now,
have another boyfriend now. He knows that. I've moved on. He's no more
but
my
women,
boyfriend. So
uh,
ex mini. So please,
You need X men. How many
rational
X's
mind
ló fẹ́ ní?
only Bitcoin, no, only Bitcoin, no,
Only Bitcoin. Your share now. Jẹ́ kí n fẹ́ ẹ so that tábà di divorce màá gba half of your Bitcoin.
kò
Àbí
sí
báwo?
nǹkan tó jọ. I've moved on. You are now my ex. Oh yeah, go ahead.
All
Rational
right, then.
mind.
All right, thanks. Yeah, you see, I think I've heard everybody say about. I think I joined in the middle of when Choma was making a submission on conditional or not conditional. Well, I think, like I said, I used to say I usually like to go by context. There's context to everything. But then, yes, it is true that it used to be that women, to a large extent, in the old times, women are loved unconditionally. Kids, children are loved unconditionally. Well, example, in the event of a war, when Marondian armies invade the city, usually what they do is they'll slaughter all the men, they'll keep the women and the kids. So they love women unconditionally in that sense. Even in our traditional society, women are and children are well given preferential treatment compared to men. So, but in the new time we live now, with all these things going on around the world right now, it is seeming that that equality, that gap between a man and a woman, children are still loved unconditionally to some extent, not the way it used to be. But now that gap is also narrowing between men and women. You go into the workforce, you see women working in the workforce, and they still kind of like don't give them that. So, but in a relationship, I think that's a different dynamic. That's why I said it's context to everything. It depends on the individual and the individuals in question here. If a woman chooses to allow a man to have extramarital affairs outside or extra girlfriend, I think I've spoken about that on a platform that me and myself and Adama were. That there here in the United States, there are swingers. There are people who allow their women have boyfriend, allow their men to have girlfriend, and they do it together. So it's all contextual, like I said. But then, like I said, let me quote Nielsen Neum, this guy that did the Kingdom of Heavens. He said sometimes you go to where people speak Italians and they speak something else. I don't no disrespect to our women here. I think sometimes there's this propensity among women to be delusional. When I mean delusional, no disrespect, but trying to point out something that is seen among women. They sometimes can't articulate their thoughts. Even they are very emotional among the two beings, among the two sexes, but they go by emotion, and that emotion sometimes becloud their judgment. So not to say there are no, like Justama was saying that, oh, I'll allow somebody who pays my bills. I don't know, maybe that's what she said. Correct me, Shoma. But what I'm trying to say is that sometimes women don't seem to be able to articulate clearly what their thoughts are with regard to this when it comes to relationship dynamic. That's not to say men too are not delusional, but that propensity is seen mostly in women. But I especially, except you guys want me to go on and on, but I don't want to go on. I know everybody was brave when they were making their own submission. So my point is that women just need to sit down, do less of emotion than do rational, of few things logically. Logic, rationality, it doesn't when you talk to women about that, it's not something you want to talk about with women. So I think women should sit down and do logical thinking, self introspection, and be able to articulate. Just set aside your emotion and look at things for what they are, for you to be able to get a clearer picture and be able to make good of your relationship. I put it at that. I just stop at that because I know I can go on that. So I just stop there.
Dupes,
Thank
should
you.
I
Yeah.
play a couple of clips and then
I
Mike
want
can?
Mike. Okay. Maybe Mike can start on the next topic. Okay, let's go ahead.
So
Yeah.
I'll play two clips and then you can pick one, or you can even speak to both.
Okay.
One is the lady's life is shaped by a tragic youth. So trauma that happened to her in early life, and then the second one speaks to how life is being lived by Nigerian women in diaspora. So having now discovered this now new freedom and protection, how they're abusing it. So that sets the backdrop to these two clips. They're only about 2 minutes each.
Had a child at 19, 14 heartbreaks, and 15 abortions. I could not even say no to sex. It was that bad.
Why?
Low self-esteem can make you do crazy things. Nai belle enter. Doctor just say, I can't see the head of a baby. My mom just fainted. My father sent word, I must not see you again. This is not my child. No tell man say, you get pikino in the beginning. If you tell him, he go leave you. So let him fall in love with you first. So I took the advice. And that was the greatest mistake of my life. Every divorcee has the tendency to divorce again.
What led to your first divorce?
No money.
Oh, he didn't have money.
Yes. I was the man. He was the woman. Nedu, I was never ever connected emotionally, physical, anything to this man. I was the one who made the decisions. I was the leader. I was the man. And people will tell you love will grow in marriage. Don't worry. There's no place in the Bible that they say woman love. They only say woman submit. Me, I'm thinking, let's become. How we go come out of this poverty? How we go? But he go say, hey.
He was laid back.
Do you understand?
Who initiated the divorce?
Me.
One man, let's speak to this first, please.
Yes, okay.
Let's speak to this first. Mike.
Okay. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, cool. All right, so the so-called conditional love or unconditional love. Let me first respond to a couple of people. Maybe that might sum everything. This, I think it was Thames and Princess Rosie that said only God love unconditionally. Okay, so if God loves unconditionally, since they are Christians, I'll use a Christian God. Since God loves unconditionally, so why does He put you in hell if you break certain conditions? You know? So that tells you He doesn't love you unconditionally. You know, that's one. So if God doesn't love you unconditionally, what makes you think any human being will love you unconditionally? I don't know about that. So we experience life for conditional reasons. Everything we do in life is for a condition. Like, hey, before you buy a car, it's a condition. It's something about the car that makes you buy the car. And if that thing is no longer, that reason is no longer there, you don't need that car anymore. In life, everything we're all here to experience. So experience is a condition. So we all have different conditions that we want to experience. So there's always a condition. Whoever you are with, whether even friends you want to make, there's a condition why you want to be friends with that person. You know? So there's something we say like law of nature is give and take. Law of physics, action equals opposite reaction. There's something what is the give and take. Even the soil, before he can give you food, you got to put seed there. So for him to give you something, there's a condition in everything. Law of sacrifice, you have to give something for something to be given back to you. So what if that thing you want to give, you want to take, is not there? You're not going to give that thing. You're not going to give whatever you want to give. So that's the condition. If you don't understand that, then you will confuse. If you want to get in a relationship with somebody, first you ask yourself, what does that person want from you? If you don't ask that question, then you're gonna have problem. If you don't know what the person wants from you, then you're gonna have that problem down the line. So that's what people need to understand. Life is about give and take. That's what we will learn. We that were close to nature, we know all these laws of nature, laws of life. And once you understand these laws of life, life will be easier for you. You won't be having toxic relationship, toxic friendship, because if you're in a relationship, you should know what that person is in for and what you are also in for. And once you nurture that particular reason that person is in for, you enjoy that person. Because you know the person is in for you for this reason, then focus on giving that person that reason, that thing that person is there for. So to me, that's what I think about so-called conditional, unconditional. Always know that someone is with you for a reason and find out
Mike,
what that
did you
reason
listen
is.
to the video that was played?
I
Yeah.
know. I think
Did you
Mike was
listen to that
speaking to the
video?
other topic, the one we were just
Yeah, I'm just
leaving.
asking him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I just saw this video, but I
Did
didn't
you
really
listen
get
to
the
that
point.
video?
What is the point in that video again?
All right.
Okay, don't
She's
worry.
saying something
We just
about
go ahead.
Yeah. Let
Let's
me
go ahead.
do you want me to play it again, or do you want me just to go, or
No,
what do you want?
don't play it again. One more will be wasting time. You can just brief
Yes.
Mike about it.
It's quite interesting that space that lady opened up. So the one thing, what actually made me want to bring it up is women with low self-esteem. I think out of every human type that should have low self-esteem, that can have low self-esteem, the woman is more disadvantaged if she has low self-esteem. Because if a woman has low self-esteem, she's prey to vultures. So people will take advantage as she continues to seek validation. She will continue to use her body to seek that validation, and she'll be exploited endlessly. And that's somewhat the narrative of that woman who ended up in a process of seeking validation, landed up with a baby, and then having that child then somewhat served as a hurdle towards her forming future relationships, to the point that they were asking her to hide the child and wait for the man to fall in love with her first before she reveals that she has a child. So what struck me most is that women with low self-esteem are probably the most vulnerable to exploitation out of anyone.
So why are you surprised about that? Because all the women that you usually describe woman, they are the one with low self-esteem. So
Thank you, Dupsy. I second what you just say.
why
All
are
the
you
women,
why are you
yes.
worried? Because you always describe women with low self-esteem in all your explanations. So I don't even know why you're bothered or why you're surprised that this woman is talking about women with low self-esteem. Because when you have low self-esteem, that's when you'll be abused. That's when you will be, treated anyhow. That's when you'll be, you'll be thrown into garbage. I don't even know. But there's always an underlying cause of these things. And that's one thing that we should know as parents. When your child is raped as a child, you should know what to do to that child. Or abused sexually, you should know how to go about it. Don't just leave the child that the child is going to be healed, the child is going to be fine. No, people don't move past those things. It's a big trauma on any human brain, both boys and girls. So people should know the depth of things like this so that you will help that child to overcome that thing by therapy, by medication, by visiting psychiatrists. It's important for people to know. So what is the root cause of the low self-esteem? That's what people should go down and look at and treat. People just don't have low self-esteem like that. So you should know why your child has a low self-esteem. Yeah.
But I think one man is bringing it up so that we can discuss it too. Like he's not trying to. I know
one man, I don't want him to bring it up. Show Aloni, show Nyabemi. Show my day X.
Farabalẹ̀ now, farabalẹ̀
Don't
ya
get sorrow.
farabalẹ̀. Yẹ kí n bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ díẹ̀ now. Àbí kí ló ń ṣe now? Yẹ ká bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀.
You are my ex. I don't want you to talk to me. Talk to the topic.
Okay,
Talk to the topic.
Okay, I'll talk now. Very soon I'll be bouncing now because I have somewhere to be. So anyway, you see, I agree with you. There are so many underlying things that would make people to have low self-esteem. It's found in both sexes, male and female. But we see the prevalence. Again, I'm sorry to say, I'm not trying to no disrespect among women. Like that's the focal topic here, because the video he played was about a lady who suffered from that and how that has made her to change her life, sort of. So, but we don't know. She didn't tell us what happened to her during her childhood. Could it be maybe after she gave birth to the first child, she lost shape? She
I'm
wasn't.
sure. I'm sure. No, I'm sure she discussed it. They're going to release
She
the
discussed
video
it.
officially tomorrow. Yeah, the
Oh,
video
okay,
will be
all right.
released.
Well,
His
until when we
Majesty.
get the whole full details, let's
Yeah,
just assume
yeah,
that maybe it wasn't anything that has to do with SA. I don't want to use the word so as not to trigger the YouTube algorithm. You people know what I mean by SA now. So if it's not that, then we can look into other things like maybe maybe she's been cheated by many men, and she felt used, and used that way, and no man wants to commit to her. That could also make a woman to just go down the hill. There could be several reasons besides SA. Until when we know, but if we were to take it topically by topic, um, you see that thing is a very difficult thing to really heal from. I don't believe that people really heal from it. They just what therapy does is just to kind of like help them just to cope with the reality of their situation. That is what has happened to you. You just have to accept it for what it is and move on with your life. Not really. There's no really. I don't. When people talk about healing through therapy or whatever they call it, I don't see it as the case that therapy really works. But well, maybe it works in the sense that making them to just put things in perspective and move on with their lives. But for me, you see the dating scene is ugly right now. I know so many women who just could not have a date, who could not even find a husband. And I'm not even saying a date. Um, that also could be one reason too. They might at some point feel like I might not attractive enough. That could make them start, having this low self-esteem. Um, so for me, you see, there are many reasons, except maybe we're able to take them topically, like based on what the person is going through. But maybe, like you
yeah,
said, maybe therapy could help. Maybe, like you said, therapy could
yeah.
help go on therapy and things like that. Yeah, I just leave it at that.
Yeah, thank you, Russian Mind. Adama, can you unmute? Let me hear your submission.
Can you guys hear me?
Very well. Go ahead.
Video that just played is a sad one, and she's saying, first, I have a problem with a woman being in charge of marriage. Let's go by biblical. A woman is not meant to be in charge. There's a man. Let's get that straight. Two, she hiding from her husband. She had a child. It's nothing to be ashamed of. We all have a past. So I believe you should be able to be comfortable to talk about your past with whoever you want to end up with. And at the same time, people are hurting a lot. A lot of our women are hurting. I know of a woman, I'm telling you, she has a banging body. She has a very good job. She's a go-getter. But the kind of men she attracts, like she always attracts, are men she wants to take care of because she has this daddy issues. So, and you ask yourself, when I'm with her, I'm like, why do you attract this kind of man? You're very attractive. You make how much? But the men you end up with, then when I got to know her story, and she said in our culture where we were not allowed to talk about things, please, as parents on this panel, we need to pay attention to our children. When they say something to us, for those of us that have been, if you have a child and it didn't work out in the first marriage and you're going to get married again, please listen to your children. For a woman to be abused by her stepfather is something no mom should hear about, including a male child. So we as parents, we need to be involved more in allowing our children to create a safe haven for them where they can express, feel safe to come to you and tell you what they end up doing. It's going to come back to bite us if we don't do anything about it. It's going to come back to bite us. for her to say she's finding it hard to date, everything, I feel sad for her. I mean, I can't even speak on that. Like, can you imagine what she's going through? And in our culture, where people frown at women with kids, you've been divorced, they label you all kinds of names and things like that. All I can say, may God help us all, because we all have our struggles. And I'm not here to point finger on anyone. But if you know you're going through something, please find someone you can confide on and open up, because speaking to someone, you don't know how much it will help. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Adama. Princess Rosie, are you still there? Okay. Let's move to Chioma. Chioma, yeah, go ahead,
Hi,
Chioma.
hi, Mr. Can you hear me?
Very well, Chioma. Go ahead.
So the lady said she was abused by her stepfather, and she had a child from her stepfather. Or?
No, I don't think so. Did she say stepfather? No, I think she had.
No, she said
Hmm,
she had she was told not to talk about the child she
yeah,
had, and that was one of the biggest mistake, and the man
yeah,
found out. But she said from the onset she was the one that made the decision about everything that has to do with the marriage,
yeah.
finance, and everything.
She didn't mention anything about stepfather.
She said her father
Just
almost disowned her. I think that she said her father
her
said
father. No,
disowned her.
yeah, I said she didn't mention anything about stepfather. She
Oh,
just said she had a child. She didn't tell us
She also said she was sleeping around a lot because she
that
has
she can't say no to anybody
low
that approaches her.
self-esteem. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Shama, go
so
I
ahead.
don't think sleeping around has to do with low self-esteem. I think that's sex addiction. That's not
Yes,
low
that's I
self-esteem.
said that
I was
by
gonna say that.
100%. Yes, the sleeping around, you're just what do they call it here in America? A nympho or something.
Nymphomaniac. Yeah.
Nympho, you can't
Yes.
keep your leg closed. You
No,
need
I
to
think
get
what
help
she
too.
was trying to say she's saying that she can't say no when somebody approaches her
Eh?
sexually. She can't
That's an
say no.
addiction then.
That's
That's
an
an
That's what
addiction
addiction.
then.
that might be low self-esteem, that at least that she thank God that somebody can actually ask her for sex. I think
Well,
it's,
but
it's a
what
low
you guys
self.
are not addressing is the underlying cause of nymphomaniac. I mean, it's a mental. Well, it's a well. Let me not say I'm not a doctor here, but it's a form of.
Ode kó máa ṣe báyìí kó
Jẹ́ kí n
mọ̀ ju
sọ̀rọ̀
gbogbo
now,
èèyàn
jẹ́
lọ.
kí n sọ̀rọ̀. Ọmọbìnrin jẹ́ kí
Ode
wàá jẹ́ kí n
nìyẹn.
sọ̀rọ̀. Mo ti
Ṣé
gbọ́,
ọmọ go
jẹ́ kí n
ahead
sọ̀rọ̀.
jàre?
Ṣé wàá jẹ́ kí n
Ode
sọ̀rọ̀ now? Ṣé ò ní
nìyẹn.
jẹ́ kí n sọ̀rọ̀?
Mi ò
so
jẹ́
Eh?
what
sọ̀rọ̀.
was
Mi ò jẹ́
Doctor,
sọ̀rọ̀.
yeah, Adama, just tell me if I'm wrong. It's a form of a mental issue. You know, when we say
Yes,
call somebody,
yes, a nympho is something you can be diagnosed with that, but at the same time, you need to seek help and you need to see a
so if you seek help, it means that definitely there's something wrong with it. There's something
there's
wrong.
something wrong with you if you cannot say no and keep your leg closed.
So
You feel that any man that talks to you, they have to penetrate you. Something is definitely wrong.
yeah, so it's a form of mental something. Yeah, mental
Okay,
health
thank you,
issue.
Rashinama. Let's listen to Chioma. Chioma, go
so
ahead.
so this woman is she's married. Is she married?
And divorced.
Oh,
I think
okay.
she's divorced, yeah.
So what is her problem? What is the whole scenario about?
Choma, let's move to the next
Woman, can you
person. I don't
please?
think you're I don't think you're with us.
No,
Woman, can
I
you
Can
am.
I
please
chime
play
in?
the video one more time, please?
Had a child at
Okay,
19,
tell
14
me.
heartbreaks, and 15
Yes.
abortions.
Yes.
Go
Can I
ahead.
chime in?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, yeah.
I was even gonna make the same point about it being that she needs to get some help and therapy, because when I heard the point that she had, I think, 15 abortions, that takes a toll on the woman's body. And I think, at this stage, there are multiple forms of birth control. This really comes down to sexual recklessness as well. Like maybe not, maybe when she went through a phase before marriage, she wasn't really responsible with how she handled things, or she wasn't educated on it. Well, 15 abortions is extreme. Some abortions is, I've seen, women who struggled with that, overcoming that is a problem. And then, when she described her marriage, and she ended up with a man who had no plans. Really, that's like another example of maybe, wrong choices. I don't know if we had more details on her sort of relationship history, then we could understand her even more. But overall, we can already see someone that has a problem and needs help. I
Yeah.
can't really just say it's insecurity. A lot of people have insecurities. or daddy issues. A lot of women who have daddy issues find a way maybe to find an older man or a man with financial stability but has issues. But she doesn't have that. She felt that she became a man in the relationship because she picked the wrong type of person. So it's really, it's almost like we must be sympathetic to her than to shame her, because this is beyond just being someone who was reckless. This is a sickness. That's how I saw it. So that's me.
I agree with you
Yeah,
too.
she does have psychological
Sorry, Timmy.
issues, though. Yeah.
Sorry, Timmy. Do you agree with me that a woman with low self-esteem to the point that she has to give her body for validation, she's probably the most vulnerable person out there.
Definitely, definitely, and honestly, it seemed as if she has come to a new time in her life. The way she presented herself, that I don't think she's struggling as she used to when she was younger. I think she's maybe overcome things, especially after her divorce. But it's a chronic problem that she still needs to seek help for. Um, it's just I was just listening to the few things she mentioned. I was like, whoa, that's a lot for one person. So yeah, that's a vulnerable person overall. She might not even present that straight away.
Is that even a damaged person? Because for her to come out of that, she has to overcompensate. And then for her to overcompensate, she has to go ultra masculine in the way she presents herself. So either way, she's damaged. If she's too, too masculine in the way she tries to protect herself, that's a turn off. And then if she reverts back to that low esteem, seeking validation, so that's a vulnerability. So either way, she's a damaged person, isn't she? Really?
Yeah, and she's a mother as well. She was a mother at the age of 19. I'm thinking, let's hope the cycle doesn't repeat itself with her child. Or I don't know how many children she has now. These are where the issues stem from. And it's like, if we can intervene before it goes beyond where it's gone. I don't know what type of abuse she went through as a child, but that hasn't changed. It hasn't changed her.
Yeah. Thank
And
you, Timmy.
another thing that Ms. Dupsey, I wanted to echo and to add to with what she's going through, not getting the support from her family. She said her dad disowned her too. So she has a lot on her plate.
I agree. I agree. Let's AI. Are you still there, Zita? Is Zita still here? Okay, maybe Zita has gone. Go. Is Zita here? Okay. Let's electrical. Is that
Electricity. Thank you
electrical?
very much. Uh,
Okay, go ahead.
Low self-esteem is across board, both the women and also affect the men as well too. Even though we tend to focus on the women a lot, but the men from young age, boys suffer low esteem, and you see some of them get into gangs, drugs, and all sort of things. So it cuts across board, and they look for something to compensate. And the moment they see this acceptance, this person wants me, or they go for it. And our story is it's a painful one, and a lot of people suffers it as well too. But coming out to share our story, to me, I hope that will bring healing to her, or a closure for her in that regard, because it's not a story that one will want to easily tell from experience of somebody I know who was gang raped, and I told her, well, I go to grave with it, and but I'll walk you through it for you to become a better person and enjoy a relationship after. But she said two things that one, she said every divorcee has the tendency to divorce again. Uh, I don't know if that is an accurate statement to make, because if that's the case, so every adulterer is has a tendency to commit adultery again, or every abuser has a tendency to commit abuse. Now, people change. That is one thing we have to understand. So I don't think that is an accurate statement, even though that is an opinion, and that some opinions at times can be so strong that people take it and run away with it. Some of us go through this low esteem, and some of us have met people with low esteem. How do we address this issue? Because it's everywhere. It's within our circle as well too. And parents play a lot of role in helping their children to build that confidence and for them not to have this low self-esteem. So if parents observe anything as low esteem in their child, they need to address it ASAP. In terms of the world need for, I don't know if that is a mental issue. I don't know. Like I said, somebody wanting so much sex at
It's a
every time.
psychological issue.
It's a yeah, psychological issue. But in another sense, again, in my working life, I know someone who I can describe as a nympho, but she only does it with a single person, the person she's with. So she can
Do you
demand that
have a
this
number?
person. No, I won't be giving you a number,
One
even if I
man,
have.
one man.
Wow.
I will ban you from this program. I'll ban you.
So
And
she makes this
electricity. Can I ask you a question? You said she only does it with a single person. Are you
with a
in the room
single
with
person.
them when they are doing it? How do you have that much detail of what
Uh,
she does?
I have that much details because that's what we call confidentiality in it, and because she came to me to ask me if she has a problem, and I said, if you have a problem,
If it's
I
just
will
with
pray.
a particular partner, that's
This
not a
is just with
problem.
a particular partner.
No,
I said,
that's
if
not a
it is with
problem. She can be
multiple,
classified as an info.
yes,
It,
if
it
it's
can
with
She's
still
just
be a
one.
problem though. If even if
Mm.
it's with one, excessive need for sex is a
She
psychological
just
problem.
have a high sexual drive. I don't think that's an
But
yes,
that's a
info.
she,
problem though.
Info
That's
is
in
with
no,
mania
no,
multiple
still.
it's
partners.
not a problem because she can go without it for as long as it takes. But when she's with this person or when they are together, let's say the person traveled for 3 months, she can stay on her own without anybody or anything. But as soon as the person returns, it becomes and she's not complaining that the person complained. She's just saying, do I think that is a problem? And I said, well, is your partner complaining? She said, no, he's not complaining at all. But even though if he doesn't want to do, he doesn't do, and she doesn't force him either as well to. But if he has a way, she's gonna do it 24/7, as the case may be. So we have to try to draw a line. I always believe in
Sorry,
drawing a line.
electricity. That sounds like a medical need rather than
It's not a medical
No,
need.
it's
It's
not a
not.
medical
Báwo ló
need.
ṣe jẹ́
And
medical need
electricity,
nsìn? Báwo ló ṣe
one
jẹ́
thing I want to
medical
say
need?
to you is that maybe this person has not been, satisfied with this particular partner. She might not be reaching orgasm, or she wasn't even satisfied with the kind of sex they
No,
have
with this
together.
particular person,
She said it
because
was
sorry,
I know,
money.
electricity.
because I yeah.
Apologies. You know, people who end up in that space, if you go back through their history, they've been sexualized too early in life. People who have especially women who have a real high drive for sex, if you go through their history, they've been sexualized too early in life, maybe age 12, 13. So they've been sexualized for too early.
No, I don't agree with that woman. This person is not a nympho. She just have a
No,
high sexual drive.
yeah,
She's
she's
not a
not a
nympho.
neutral.
You are describing a nympho right there, woman.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this
I think
person
So
has a high sexual drive. That's Chama. Okay, go ahead. Yeah,
she
so
ended up,
yeah,
sorry, I
yeah.
want to make one more point. She ended up with that man. I think it was because he didn't have any financial advantage. He wasn't courageous. I think she ended up with him because he was very good at bed or something. Because if you ended up
yes,
with a broke
I
man, what
agree
other
with you on
reason
that
did
statement.
you marry
I
him
agree
for?
with you on that.
That's what I assumed. That
Yeah,
he
I
just
agree with you on that.
right.
The guy could satisfy her sexually, and that is who she wants to be with. What I'm just trying to say is not not every case is can be diagnosed or can be argued that it is meaningful. We have to deal with every case individually, and so that is
No, but
that
I
is just
think, no, electricity, I think you're missing the point. What she said is that she cannot say no when a man approaches her. She has to sleep with them. That's what
Oh,
she said.
are you talking about? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was talking about my own case. Yes. If she cannot say no, it has to do with also self-esteem. Why can she not say no? Why do you find it difficult to say no to? But she said it that she suffered low self-esteem herself. So for the fact that she suffered low self-esteem, any man that comes around, oh, she giggled, oh, he likes me, oh, I said hi to me. Oh, he complimented my hair. Do you think he likes me? Oh, he said that my shoes are nice. This and that. She becomes because she's seeking this attention. She wants this validation. Oh, your voice is so sweet. Ah, she's up at the moon. And women goes with what they hear. And they get lost if you tell them everything sweet, sweet, nothing, and buy and buy. And so but when she's not so far low esteem, it makes it more difficult for her to say no to that regard. It's an unfortunate situation
Yeah.
that women and men find themselves in. So that
Let
is
Thank
just
you,
what I think.
electricity.
let me come
Yeah.
in.
Okay, Choma. Okay. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I was going to agree with one man. He was absolutely correct. You know, um, me personally, I was a virgin for a very long time, so I had no sexual desire whatsoever. So I would even me being single, I don't have any kind of addiction to sex or need unless it's there. But from what I know from some youths, especially the ones that are been on the streets and abused drugs and dated, and like people that I see on social media that were like strippers, or I mean, there's strippers that'll tell you their story. I watch all these contents and they're addicted to sex because, they started very young, like, having sex with, teenage boys, and, and their mom didn't really have a hold on them. They were just out there and doing what's.
Choma, we can hear you.
Chama, we can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Choma. Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, where did I stop? Because I
Just go
want to.
ahead, Choma.
Yeah,
Go
so
ahead.
yeah, one man is absolutely correct. A lot of women that been sexually exposed very early on in their life are sexually addicts, and they were abused, and they do have low self-esteem. But those women that kept themselves until.
Choma. Choma.
I
Choma.
think Choma is
Mm,
out and about, so I think the
okay.
connection is deep in and
Okay.
out wherever she is.
So, Can do, are you there?
Can you hear
Can
me?
do. Okay, Choma, yeah, you were
Yeah.
dipping in and out. We couldn't hear you after a while.
Yeah, I'm in
Okay.
Katy. I mean, this place is so,
Okay, Choma, go
dated.
ahead. Yeah, Choma.
So yeah, I was just agreeing with one man, that girls that were exposed, you know, um, at an early stage sexually, like the teenage girls that were sleeping around in high school,
Oh, all right, we've lost Choma again. Maybe we've just gone
Okay.
to Kandu. Yeah.
Okay. Can do. Yeah.
Yeah, where
Go ahead.
she is, the network is Katie's network is horrible, so it's going to be dipping in and out. So I'll
Oh,
suggest, Choma, if you get stable, just call him because your network keep deeping.
okay.
yeah. Can do. Go ahead.
Yes, good day, everyone. Hope you all having a wonderful weekend.
This is Kandu's subject of specialism, by the way. All those nymphomaniacs, they've had to pass through his desk,
Yes, good day, everyone. Yeah, interesting topics. And I was actually going to wait to see the last video before actually, trying to surmise all this stuff that have been spoken about. Um, I think Rational Mind made some very selling points from what I heard him talking about. And this is a discussion I've had with people that I grew up with in Nigeria in the 80s, because I have thought about this many times during the, you know, being a member of the literary and debating societies, going from this school to that school, having beach parties. Our own beach parties, where one of them was actually even featured or shown on NTA News, how bad it was. Having people come to our house after the exams, and you have 120, 140 people at the house, each room being occupied by different people. And I've had conversations with people from that time that, man, you remember this girl? Do you remember that girl? I wonder who she is with now. Yeah, there can be sexual addiction for men and women. Um, but obviously, parental involvement can be important. And even these days, when I see the younger people, at least in the US, you see untold number of young women that are not even interested in dating people. They just want to hook up. They're not even interested in you being their boyfriend. We're just meeting. We're doing what we're doing. See you later. The number is alarming. And I'm talking about people that went to some of the best schools that money can buy in America. It is frightening to me that where are these people going to end up and with who? It's unfortunate the story that lady told in that video. But when I think back when I was 15, girls that were 15 that were referred to as the Anfani Adugbo of the area, even the ones that were not Anfani Adubos were very, very sexually active. I'm not saying all by any
We
means.
know them well. Pass around, sort of pass
Yeah,
around.
they were, I mean, it was a common thing. I don't know what happened after I left Nigeria in 1988, but it was so common. So when people start, I mean, like me, for example, I started at a very early age, so it took Jesus, Allah, Buddha, and everything to get me to where I am today from that standpoint. But when people start at a very early age, either because an uncle or an area guy somewhere started them when they were 13 or 15, the psychological effect that can have over on them through their lifetime. I've listened to people, people that deal in this type of spaces that women call in. You see a 62-year-old woman reliving her life, how what was done to her at 13 and 15, how it impacted her till the age of 62. So and that's why I said this is really a very, very in-depth thing. I don't know there could ever be enough for a parental monitoring that could eliminate some of these things. Because, like I said, when I was at school, you go from St. Finbar's, you go to Reagan, you go to whatever school, people are hooking up left, right, and center. You have parties, you have after exam parties. Where your parents are at work. How in the world are they going to know where you are and what you're doing with who? And like I said, and to what Pastor said earlier on, or Electricity said earlier on, the last data that I've seen in the U.S., they said it's from 2000 to 2022, that those that have been asked about this, people that have gone through a second marriage, about 72% of people that have been divorced and got married again, that about 72% of them actually divorce again. At least that's the only data that I'm aware of. So your chances of being divorced in a second marriage based on available data shows that it's actually higher. While first marriages in America, about 51% ends in divorce. So like I said, this is a very this is a very deep subject that involves so many different things. Parents monitoring their children, the things that those children do when you are not around, um, you know, and is there do you even have the facility for people to even go and talk to someone? And just like most things, a lot of these things, once the damage is done, it's very difficult to put the genie back in the bottle. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kangi. Thank you. Bolaji is here with us. You're welcome, Bolaji. One man, can you play the next clip so that Bolaji can start with the next clip?
Nigerian women in London, UK,
Hello,
stop reporting your
everyone.
husband. London Metropolitan Police have sent a warning lesson to you Nigerians to stop reporting your husband. For these people to go to this level, you know that they've had enough. They are tired. Different file cases, different reports on daily basis. What is it? What is it? You think because you have the power, you have the rights, as a woman, you live in the Western world, any little misunderstanding that you had with your husband, you're already calling police. Things that you can settle amicably among yourself, you're already calling police. These people said they've had enough. You should stop reporting, stop coming, stop calling them for every little thing that doesn't make sense. Okay? I'm so ashamed when I heard this news this afternoon. For these people to go to this level, you know that they have had enough. Even the small omokekere that even just entered the UK less than 1 year, you're already reporting your husband, you're already calling police. The country you just came in, you are not even sure of settlements. You don't know what's going to pump up tomorrow. You're already calling police. But you've lived with that same man for more than 10 years in Nigeria. So under 1 year now in the UK, you're calling police, reporting here and there. This is a lesson to each and every one of you. Nigerians, please, let us respect ourselves in this part of the world. Everything must not be we at the front line. No, they should remember, they should call us for good thing, not bad. I beg, when we stop to the reports, when you have misunderstanding with your husband, try and iron it out. Try and settle it with him. Men in this part of the world, they are not hard. They are not difficult people. They understand. They are not like those ones back home. I don't see the reason why you should be having misunderstanding all the time with your husband that will warrant you to be calling police.
Thank you, woman. So this video this woman has made is very important, but it has to always be balanced. So don't advise people not to call the police when their life is at risk. But what I think she's trying to say is that don't be calling police for unnecessary stuffs. But when your life is at danger or somebody is abusing you physically, please call 911. Because there are a lot of dead, spouses all around the place, both in UK, America, Canada. So if your life is in danger, it's important to use that number, 911. But for petty things, I think that's what she's trying to address. That's something that you can actually sort between yourself and your husband. Please go ahead. Call somebody that is elderly in your family to sort it out instead of calling the police. But please, when there's a gun involved or a knife or something that is going to endanger your life, please call 911. So I think we should always balance the conversation with that. Balaji, please can you unmute and go
Yeah.
ahead
Hello,
with your
everyone. Thanks for
contribution?
having me. Happy Sunday. I think she's coming from the perspective that, first of all, the Nigerian system enables abuse. So when Nigerian women move to another country, that the law works and they have enemies, and no Nigerian woman will call the police on their husband because of petty issues. No Nigerian woman will do that. So if it's that the man wants to abuse her, that's what he's probably been doing in Nigeria. If, of course, she would want to call the police on him to address the issue. Nigerian system enables a lot of things, a lot of abuse. Women in Nigeria have been abused a lot of times. So when they come to a system that works for them, that takes their side, they're always on their side. Of course, they would report the situation. So that's my point of view.
Thank you, Balaji. Yeah. Who's gonna go next? Is Mike here? Mike is not here. AI. Is it? Yeah.
Sorry, Dupsy.
Yeah. Go, Mike.
I think electricity is about to leave us, but he wants to make a contribution before he leaves.
Okay. He can go ahead. Electricity.
Yeah, thank you very much. That was a very nice video you played. Actually, I saw the original video where the police went to this Nigerian community gathering to address. Unfortunately, I can't get it out and send it to you to actually hear the police talking about it. But I slightly disagree with you, Balaji, in terms of your yes. There's a lot of abuse going on in Nigeria that goes unreported, and because the system doesn't care. However, there's a lot of unnecessary police reporting from Nigerian women in diaspora. Unnecessary police reporting. So the claim that no Nigerian woman will just report except there's abuse. Well, let's define abuse for crying out loud. So if I raise my voice at you, is that abuse? Because I've heard women calling police because the man raised abuse, they have an argument and they call the police. So we need to really put it into perspective. So I don't agree with your view that no Nigerian man will just call a police except abuse. So what do you define as abuse? What do you class?
Physical abuse, that's what I'm talking about. Basically, physical abuse and even emotional abuse. And it feels like this man is always on your case. And yes, I'm in a country that the police would always help me, the law will always help me. Of course, I will call the police. Not unnecessary, though, not unnecessary. I would call the police.
Yeah,
I would call the
Bolaji,
police on you.
I saw that clip that electricity was talking about as well. The situation is so bad in the UK that the Metropolitan Police, which is the police for London, they called a town hall meeting, and then they got a Yoruba officer to come and address
correct,
this woman that,
correct. Yeah,
if you break up your home, then your children will end up like the Caribbeans, the traditional blacks that we have here, whose life are already damaged. So if you want to go down that route, then it's a bad situation. This woman,
it
they
is
come
bad.
here and they just call the guy breaks a plate, he drops a plate, they call the police.
They call the police. He broke a spoon. They called. Let me tell you, Bolaji. Let me be honest with you. Sorry for my last name. Bolaji, let me be honest with you. In all honesty, 90%, and this is my own statistic, 90% of the calls for the police to come out to say this is unnecessary, meaning that they have their statistics and data for them to
That's
come
false.
out.
And I know you know Nigerian women love being married. They would never, never call the police on their
So,
husband if
so what you say that the police are lying? Is that what you're suggesting?
I would like to see the statistics. I don't
No, no,
believe
no.
it. I would like to see.
This is me and one man more telling you we've seen the video that
No.
the police.
Electricity, sir, with all due respect, you're wrong. I support Bolaji in this case because
Okay,
most
are you
times
the
when
floor?
Nigerian women call the police, right? white people, they love to arrest. So it's like they only call the police to intervene, but they don't want their husband to go to jail. So
They
that is
don't.
why they play along and say, "Oh no, it just, and they start, performing theater arts after they got beat up. Let's be honest, they don't
And
want their husband to go
I'm
to
finally
jail.
in a
They
system that
only
sees
want
me,
to
that addresses me, that sees me as a
exactly.
human being. So
Period.
yeah, I will.
No,
I'll
you
call
Exactly.
you
the
guys
We
police.
you
don't.
guys
No, no.
you
Let me
guys are
finish.
missing the
No,
point. You're
no,
missing the
Mr.
point. The
Candle.
point, hold
No.
on, hold on. The point is not whether the women are calling the police so that their men will end up in those situations. What Pastor and one man are trying to tell you is that they're talking about the statistics of the police themselves, not the women or the men, and what will end up happening. Nobody's saying that even if you're emotionally abused, that you should stay there. Nobody's saying that. The police came out to come and make this statement to let these people understand where you are. What you will do somewhere else, and the police will just come and have a conversation with you, is not what's going to happen where you are. That man is going to be gone.
Yeah, the conversation
No.
we are having right now, we are addressing the video that we watched, what the woman
Exactly.
said, where she's coming from. That's what we are addressing. We are not talking about things that happen outside of
And
I
that
think
video.
no, and
that
they are trying to
video.
tell you that there is more to that video that you just saw. There is an extended version, and that's what they're trying to explain to you.
See, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try to fish out the video that the
There's
police
no need
actually
for that.
viewed.
There is no
They
need
need
for
to.
that.
We don't need all the
We
extra.
don't need all
It's
that. The
Okay,
it's
point is,
I yield the
self-explanatory
floor.
so
Thank you.
easy.
yes, there's
Um,
no need.
what happened in this situations? Most of Nigerian men are abusive, very abusive. So when the women call the police, it's for the police to intervene and kind of make the men stop. But they don't want the men.
That is a
Let
very
me finish.
irresponsible. No, you're not going to
No,
finish. That is a
he,
very
but
irresponsible
they don't
statement to
want him
make.
to go to jail.
How
Oh
many
no, Candy,
Nigerian
you can't.
how many
No, Candy,
Nigerian
you
men
can't
have you
tell her
met
that.
to say that?
No, Candy, you
How
can't tell
many?
her that because
She said
Can
most
I come
Nigerian
in?
men are abusive.
no,
Can
but
I
Most.
do you
come in?
listen to
But if the
this?
shoe
Candy,
doesn't
Candy,
fit, don't
hold
wear
on.
it. If you are not abusive, don't wear
Can
it.
I
Don't
come in?
assume
Yeah.
for other men. If you are
It's
not
an
abusive, don't
irresponsible
address
No, but
it.
can
statement.
Can
I
I
say
come
something?
in?
Can I
It's
say
an
something?
irresponsible statement to say
It's not.
No,
most.
it's not.
You know what
Can I
happens
come
in
in?
our community. Stop playing.
I
Yes,
don't
and
know. I don't know women that are abused. Have been abused by their husband. I don't know one single
no,
one.
but can you stop, Mr. Kando?
That's
Can you wait for one
Can I
minute,
come
please?
in?
Mrs. AI, can you wait for 1 second, please? When we started the show, one man said there are relationships where women are in it and they love being abused, and Chioma said yes because it's part of our culture. So for us now to frown at the police saying they're getting too much call about us complaining over anything, we need to embrace it. Remember, we said it's part of our culture, so we're going to keep. They will keep getting that
everything.
phone call. They will keep getting that phone call. One man said it. He said yes that a lot of our relationship, the African culture, the men like hitting the men. So what do you expect? Let her take
Exactly.
that hitting and say nothing? No, it will keep get they will keep getting that phone call.
And then Adama, right? They don't intend for the husband to go to jail. Of course, they will vouch for the husband and say, "Oh, officer, it's okay. We're just a little misunderstanding." And white people, they're tired of that nonsense. Okay, so that video should be made for the men. Stop abusing your women. Stop having your women have to call the police to intervene. Period.
Supported.
Can I make a point here? Can I chime in real quick? So I watched that same video, and in fact, I was skeptical when my friend sent this to me. It was just yesterday. It was a coincidence it came up again. I watched it skeptical. I grew up in London. I'm surprised. Why is the Metropolitan Police coming to Nigerians? They got a Nigerian policeman who spoke Yoruba to communicate to us as if we don't speak English
God
and
bless you,
say,
Demi. God
I
bless you.
that triggered me because I was like, wait, what was this? Why is this intervention? Why are police phone calls? They're complaining. We are calling them. Us as a specific group are calling the police officers too much. I'm hoping maybe they went to all the other communities. If they're claiming that Nigerians specifically are abusing their wife more, then let us talk about it. Let's show the stats. So I was skeptical. I was like, where is this coming from? All women are abusing the phone system? Because I, first-hand experience, I've seen this happen. in my own family, in my, in the UK. I'm not living there at the moment. I'm distant from what I saw growing up. What the real problem is that people aren't addressing is that our women are taking back abusive men, and the police believe that maybe we're repeatedly allowing this to happen. And they're saying, oh, we need to control this use of this system. I've seen this where a mother is calling the police on an abusive father, abusive husband. But instead of taking it further into the courts for maybe a restraining order, she's holding back because we're in a culture of we don't want to be divorced. We want to accept the abuse once in a while. And then
God
the
bless
police
you. God bless you, my
the
brother.
police are now complaining that, oh, we're abusing the system because we're not dealing with the problem straight on. We are just allowing it to happen over
I
and over and
support
over again.
Can I come in?
submission. I support your submission, Timmy. Please let me finish. Please let me finish
Yeah,
because
so
that submission is very important.
both
Finish,
sides,
please. Timmy.
everyone's making a point. Even the men are saying, "Oh, the problem is we're not taking into context what's actually going on." A lot of Nigerian women or African women, I don't know which other community they're going to. I don't even know why they feel the need to
To do
address it
Odaka
in
on
a way like that.
Nigeria. Thank you.
Yes,
Why?
that
Why
really
us?
bothered me.
And we're the
That
same
very
one. Our women are being cut up in the
right.
bags and everything everywhere. Let's talk about that.
Because it will lead to further repercussions if they're going directly to our community saying we have to call the police less. What about the actual abuse that's actually going on? And
Exactly.
then this culture of, oh, we tolerate it. Oh, yes, my
People should
husband
stop
abused
saying that,
me.
Timmy. I hate when I
Wow.
hear that. That we tolerate it, we accept
Dukes, is
it.
that not
One
how
man,
the show
stop it.
started? That we tolerate it.
One man,
That's how
stop it.
women love. That's how they love being loved.
That's crazy.
And tell me, you have not even talked about how it affects children in that relationship.
Oh, absolutely.
People has to know that.
In our court, we don't want to involve social services. We don't want to involve this. So we will tell our children to lie. And then our children face the consequences of it over the years. And then now the system, they're saying, oh, please, let's not abuse the system. But we're not even using it the right way. And then you have mothers who are suffering continuously. And now they're telling us that we shouldn't involve the police anymore. What kind of messed up crap is that? And then
That
the
is
children are
not
affected,
what
the
they
whole
complained
community
about.
affected. I wish they addressed it better, because I don't know what's the point in getting just one Nigerian man to. Even the way he explained what was going on pissed me off. This doesn't feel formal. This is a community worldwide, like community-wide intervention that should be taken. Why are you addressing it as if it's some minor crap? One video. I was looking for more articles. It has to be addressed properly then. I don't want to see it being shared on WhatsApp. This is a serious case. These are families affected, and you're saying we have to call the police less. What the fuck does that mean?
God bless
Tell
you.
me,
Tommy.
Vincent, please hold on. Please hold on, everybody. Let me behave like Thomas. Hold on. Thomas, how are you, my brother? Vincent, you're welcome, darling. Can you come on to the studio? I want to hear your submission on this. Vincent Alakija, thank you for coming. AI, can you unmute? Let's hear your submission. AI, yeah.
I'm here. I thought I dozed off. Actually, that video one man played about that lady saying that, I noticed that sometimes when they say something about Nigeria, we react as if it's an insult on our person instead of taking the message. I've heard a lot of people say things the police said. That's not what the police said. The last person that submitted said that the women don't want it to go to court, that they make complaints, and then when they want to take it further, they withdraw. That's not what the police said. Please go and pull out that document again, because somebody brought it to me here. And it's a white person that brought it to me. I have a preview to look at what the police said. They said unnecessary reporting. They didn't say reporting and withdrawing the case costing them their man hours. That's not what the police was talking about. They said unnecessary. We should take that into consideration. Then, what is unnecessary reporting? They mentioned it in that their this thing. I didn't even know that they called the town hall. That was the report. Somebody got it because we are in the world of global shenanigans. They mentioned the kind of calls these women do call. When you read it down, you will find out that it's a kind of a threat to the men. I must say, to their husband, like, you say something, I'm gonna call the police on you. And the police is complaining that you are abusing the system that have given you that protection. That's what it's all about. It's not all about women loving to be abused or Nigerian men abusing their wife, of course. So many places in the world, they even go further to finish them and put them in the basement. It's all over the world. But what they are saying is somebody seeing something for the first time and jumping on it and misusing it. When they said unnecessary reporting, believe in me, what was there was unnecessary reporting. It was unnecessary reporting because they even, in their report, they put the names of those husband and wife. Some of you should be privy to laying your hands on it. Or maybe I should send it to one man. I will scan it and send to one man. They mentioned the names of the husband and wife, what the phone call, the time of the phone call, and what trespassed. And when they get to the house, they find out that it wasn't, they didn't really need to call the police. That's what they're complaining about. You are making them spend their gas, spend their man hour they're supposed to send somewhere for that. They're not complaining about those who came to the police, report their husband to the police. It was a real case, it was a real abuse. And they said, okay, let's take the man up. And the woman was like, oh, sorry, we cannot continue this. Let me withdraw. That's not what they are complaining about. Of course, you report a case to the police. You have the right to withdraw your case. That shouldn't be heard against you. What they were complaining about is the unnecessary reporting. And one of them there is actually very ridiculous. Why would you call police on such a thing? I mean, it's not necessary. But for all I understand, from all I know, most women, more especially from Africa, are using it as a threat to their husband. You try me now, I go call police, so me I go call police for you. You think it's hello officer, look at. And when they get there, according to the German right-wing woman, they start speaking gibberish. Maybe that was why they call our language that is not there as gibberish. That was why they have to get a translator. Yeah. That was the reason why they got a translator in the town hall, because you speak gibberish when you get there in front of them. You make them believe that you can speak English. So when they want to address you, they need to get a translator. Yeah.
No, this is rubbish. I don't know what you're talking about, miss. You're off the bar. This has nothing to do with what's being heard here. What we want to see is a formal address to, if they want to direct it to our specific community, let it be formal. I don't want a hearsay or a speech in a town hall. Are they speaking about that community, that town? What does that mean? We need to see a formal address. If they want to address our community, that they want to curb how many times we call the police for help because 2-3 women in that neighborhood are doing that, then let's address it, because there's real abuse happening. If we're going to claim that all African women have that problem, they're abusing the system and there's no domestic violence, then address it. Because this is an arrogant
Excuse me.
approach with it, miss.
When
This is
you have,
very arrogant for you to claim
let me say
that these
this.
women are
Let me say
lying.
this. After all, I'm
Which
a woman
women?
and I'm an African
Is it
woman.
10%
I'm a
of women
Nigerian
lying?
and I live outside of Nigeria. Let me say this. When somebody have 100 phone call from a particular country, and out of that 100, only 25 is reasonable, what do you expect them to say?
You're just creating numbers. I need to actually see the data.
No,
You
Miss
think
Vita, I don't
No,
agree
no?
with you
I'm
on that.
not
You
Miss
creating
can't
Vita,
just
numbers.
you're just
make up
these
numbers
same
like
people
that and
saying
I
this
claim
am
stuff
I'm
at the
Nigerian
giving
women
you
have that
Nigerian.
I'm giving
problem.
you
Miss Vita, these same
statistics.
people creating these numbers and everything you're saying. When it comes to fraud, our name is number one. Our name is there too. Our name is there. How come they can't say, "Oh, we're tired of Nigerians committing white collar crime, 419"? They
It's
need to stop.
it's called data. Somebody is telling you what the report says. You're talking about your emotions and your
Has
own
nothing
personal
to do with
experience.
I
emotions, can
literally
do.
said we
You're
want
Can
to
talking
do.
see the
It
about
has
data.
you're
There
nothing
is
to
talking
no
do
about
with
data.
emotion.
emotions.
There
This
is
is
no
The
the
reason
data.
same
the
show
reason
we
the
started.
reason I
Can do. We
the reason
started
I
this show
interjected,
with
hold on.
one man
The reason I
saying,
interjected earlier is you said we know most
"No, I
Nigerian
did
men
not say.
are
I didn't."
abusive.
Chioma said most men.
Yeah,
Let me
somebody, I
correct
don't
you.
remember.
Yes.
Somebody
No,
said that's
Chioma
what I was
said most
interjecting.
men because we
Most.
started the show with women saying that yes, abuse is love, a way of love in the African community. That's what we started the show in. So for the same men to say our women are complaining too much when they've embraced saying that, oh, part of loving a woman, you need to hit her every now and
Okay,
then upside the head.
just because one man or whatever man says something doesn't make it a law. So one man says something, that means that's what it is because one man or whoever man said it. Somebody is telling you that they're going to send a copy of this report to one man. When they say Nigerians are committing crime, that is based on data. When they say men are beating up women, that is based on data. Not I know one person, I know two person. I know several couples in America. I've been in America for 36 years. I don't know a single one of them that's ever abused their wife. I don't know. Maybe you run in a different circle than I do.
No, that's not what I'm saying, Candu. The point I'm trying to make to you is this: the data for women being killed here in the diaspora is very high. We have problem in our marriages. Let's say it
Thank
the
you.
way it is.
Thank you, Adama.
It
Thank
is
you.
high. We have
Period.
nurses
Nobody,
getting killed
nobody,
left and
no,
right.
nobody. Again,
Exactly.
nobody's saying we don't have data to say that there are abusive situation. In this particular case, a video was played, and somebody said, a couple of people said that they've seen a longer version of that video, and then another woman came and said, "Let me tell you, I have read the report." The report was based on the number of calls that they've gotten, where they've said that a good number of these calls were unnecessary. They didn't say don't call. They didn't say do you allow your husband or your partner or whatever to abuse you. That's not what is being said. But you see, it is a lot of times people that come from the place where they don't get any police anything. They go somewhere else where police anything they and then they want to say our community, our this, our that. Your what? Go back to wherever you came from then.
Hello, excuse me.
I
Excuse.
don't
Wait,
even
wait,
know
wait,
the
wait,
point
wait.
you're trying to make, Mr.
Wh-
Kandu, because you know your people more than anyone. Do you really think a Nigerian woman would just allow a policeman to arrest her husband? Really?
Madam, those are not my
Enough of
people.
the
Any man
anecdotes.
that no, hold on, any man that abuses his husband, his wife, is not my people. I don't care if you're my cousin or my brother. Those are not my people. Just because we come from the same country doesn't make you my person.
Yes, but you should be aware of what happens in our society, in African society.
I know several people in this country that are friends of mine, associates of mine, sisters of mine. My sister, I have three sisters that have been married for over 25 years. I have never even heard of a quarrel. Quarrel. I
You're
know
doing the
several
same
people.
thing. You're not using data. You're using
Well, just
anecdotes.
thank God
You're
for
using
I'm telling you,
anecdotes.
what
You're doing
data
the
are you
exact same
using?
thing you're
YouTube?
complaining about, using
YouTube?
stupid
Is your
examples.
data based on YouTube? Where are the
Listen,
numbers?
hello,
On me?
hello. You mentioned a video you heard was what I watched the same full video from this town hall and a alleged report. I've been searching. I was the one.
Do
I watched
you
it
do you do you
yesterday.
have a copy
There's
of? Do
no
you have a
data
copy?
implying
Do you
that
have
more
a copy of
African
the? Do
women
you have a copy?
listen.
Do
We
you
all
have a
listen to
copy of
you.
the? Do
We
you
all
have a
listened
copy
to
of the
you.
report that Ms. Zita just
We
spoke
all
about?
listened to.
Do you
Hello,
have a copy of that?
sir. You
Do you have a
claimed.
copy of that
You
report? Do
claimed
you have
the
a copy
woman.
of
No,
that
we're not
report? Do
interested in
you
her
have a
data.
copy
We're
of
not
that
interested
report?
in Miss Zita's data and
Someone
copy
mute his
and phone
voice,
call.
man.
Oh, so
Just
you're
project
not
for no
interested
reason.
in the truth. You just want to speak on your
You don't
emotions.
claim
If they
proof.
don't have the data, they wouldn't say it.
Exactly.
You
There's
would
no.
you want
They
to
There's
speak
said
listen.
you
it
don't
is
you're not interested in that.
unnecessary.
Actually, what are
So
you
Look at this
basing your
secondhand
what are you
based
basing
embarrassment.
on the
You
what are
don't
you
know what
message.
you're
basing your
talking about.
statement on?
But Mr. Kando, why are you pretending like you don't know what's
I
going
don't
on?
pretend. No, I don't. Look, I don't hang around with
You've
Chama, that's
never
criminals.
not
met
how
I
Mr.
don't
anyone
hang
who
Kando
around with.
abused their
talks.
I
wife.
don't
That's
hang.
how
I don't
yeah,
hang
he
around with
always say
white
he has a
beaters.
special people he hang around that they,
I
and
don't
his
know. I don't
family,
have
I guess
yes.
they're
special.
so
I don't have
perfect and
special.
bougie that he
No,
doesn't
I
know
don't
that
have.
real Nigerian people face abusive relationship. Like, oh,
What
he
I
kind
must
of
just
be
don't
hearing on
know
the
those.
news.
I
Okay,
said
no
cognitive
problem.
I just
dissonance
Keep
don't
is
know
keep
those
that
this?
keep
people.
that same
I
energy
don't know
then.
those people. I don't know those people. And
So because you don't know, it doesn't
if I
exist?
no,
What kind
that's
of
not the
nonsense is
point.
this?
No,
These
somebody's
people
giving
should
you
leave
data.
Mr.
I'm not
alone.
saying that
Someone
they are
Say he
not.
please
doesn't
mute
Look,
this man, man. Mute
white
this
animals.
people,
man.
Don't
abuse their
leave
wives.
him alone.
Mexican
Me too,
people
I hate
abuse
to
their
know
wives.
animals, but
Everybody
I'm with
does
him.
it.
Can do. Let me say something. I'm with you. These people have chosen. Tell me, chairman, and they have chosen to know animals. Me, I don't know animals. My own corner too
Thank
is
you.
all.
I don't hang around with. I don't have to hang around with pigs. If you hang around with pigs, you get dirty.
No,
I
Miss
don't
Dipsy, that's not.
with
It's not about
animals
hanging
too.
around animals, Miss
You
Dipsy.
guys
No,
don't
we
take it
start.
personal.
Miss Dipsy, this is the thing. What can do is doing is this. I am saying is we need to find the cause why these phone calls happen. There's a data. If we want to talk about data, let's talk about data. Why our nurses are being killed. I mean, the number is high. Women are being chopped off. There was one that happened in Europe, France. She was chopped off. So let's talk about why our men are killing our women. It's not that I hang with those kind of people. If we want to have a conversation, let's have an honest conversation and bring everything to the table. Yes, are we
Mr. Dama,
losers in calling for
Honest.
every little
no,
bit of thing? Yes, we do.
Mr. Dama, it
Honest
is not my job.
conversation.
There are police
Calm down.
department. That's
Yo,
their
calm
job.
down.
It's not
Excuse me.
my
Let me
job to
come
be
in.
finding
Hold
out
on.
why some men
Hold
are
on,
killing their
please. Can I
women.
come in? Can
I
I
have
come
my
in?
own job
But,
to
Wow.
do.
Yeah,
but
calm
but
down.
it's good to know,
Listen,
Donna, so that way it can
listen.
prevent it from happening
Can I
to someone
can I
close to
say
you.
something?
Thank you so much, Mike.
Thank you,
Uh,
Mike.
hang on, young girl. I understand your point, but talking about the causes of abuse is different from the discussion. The discussion is what the police said. The police said, I don't even know why police will not want to do their job. If they say your call is unnecessary, it's unnecessary. Because those that are necessary, they handled it. So we are discussing about the unnecessary calls. Yeah, I agree with you. More especially the nurses, as you mentioned, most of them are being destroyed by their husband. I get that part. But that's not what we are discussing here. What we are discussing is the unnecessary ones, which has eluded the necessary ones. The police is
God.
complaining now that please, can you concentrate on the necessary ones?
The
Now,
reason why it's unnecessary is because the wife doesn't want her husband in jail, but you want them to put a man in
Facts.
jail, and you deem it necessary.
No, that
No,
is not what was said. That is not what was said.
No.
You're abusing what was said.
I
They
know,
they
but
said
you know the
they said
lowdown,
they
though, Mr.
no
Kendall. But you know the real, you
they
know.
said the ones that the women will not. It's not that they complain and withdrew the complaints. That's not the issue. They said the
Yes,
type of
it
thing they
is
even
the
talk
issue.
about.
It is the issue. And
In
until
what
you show
sense,
us
sir?
proof, you don't look. You claim that someone read the report. I looked for this report. It doesn't exist. This irrelevant phone
Just
calls.
because you
You
didn't,
have
just
to show
because
us
you
proof.
can find it means it doesn't exist.
It don't
What type
look.
of logic is
People,
this?
you guys
Okay,
rely
Can
on
I ask you a
videos,
question? Can
Facebook
I ask you
videos.
a question?
Nigerians don't like
Does the
Yes,
sources.
911 wait? Tell me, hold on a
Nigerians don't
minute.
like sources.
Wait,
They don't like
tell me,
facts.
Does the 911 system work back home?
The 999 system.
No.
I'm asking you.
To the best of my knowledge, no.
Thank you.
Okay, what does that mean? No,
Period. That's
what
the
do you mean?
answer. Period.
What is the implication of what you just said or the question you just posed?
The
That because the
implication is a lot
911
of
system
women
doesn't work
suffer
at
in
home?
silence. A lot of women in
Of
Nigeria
course they
suffer in
do.
silence. Okay. So
A
stop
lot of women
pretending.
in
Period.
America, a lot of women, white women, Chinese women suffer in silence.
No,
Yeah, you
that's
can call 911. You can call nine. You see, this is the thing. Most people they don't want to take accountability for their lives. You chose that woman. You chose that man. Those are your choices.
Sorry, Kandu. Princess Rosie, your system keeps dropping and then it's not connecting fully. So I'm not able. I think she's dropped now. So yeah, carry on. I think Joel wants to come into the conversation as
Actually,
well.
I've been trying to come in too, man.
And one voice. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me
Oh,
come in quick.
can I say something real quick, please?
Hold on, Joel. Let me come in real quick. Let me just say something real quick. You see, this conversation about abuse, right? When Nigerians are having this conversation, it's one area they don't go. Now, I will tell you guys this. I grew up in a face-to-face house in Lagos where many families, they all live in the house, couples, and I witnessed a lot of domestic abuse.
exactly.
And I will tell you this: it's one area that people don't want. When people address it, there's something they don't address. So as a kid, I saw something, and even till now, I still notice a lot of Nigerian women usually initiate that abuse. But then when they go tell the story, the way they will say it is different. I'll give you one example. When I was a kid, the children in the house, we see everything. We are the number one witness, the kids. But people don't know. One of my mom's friends in the house, our neighbor, she was her husband one dirty slap. Wow! Omo, I was there, maybe and our son were playing. We turned and looked like, whoa! When the husband was that back, wow! He knocked her across the room. We're like, what the heck? But then the next day, when she came to sit down with my mom to tell her the story, she only told my mom that her husband just gave her slap. She didn't tell my mom that she gave the guy a slap first. So what I'm saying is, a lot of these abuse stories, the way the women tell it, they don't say they initiate the abuse on the man first. I'm not saying it's right for the man to retaliate. It's never right. I wouldn't retaliate. But what I notice is that when they discuss this abuse thing, they just talk about
Okay,
abusive
hold
men,
of emotions.
men abuse women. Like they don't say the story, they don't give the complete story, because a lot of time even the verbal abuse. We all know women talk more than men. So usually sometimes the women start insulting the guy first, saying nasty things to him. And then when the guy now return the insults, but when they go out to tell the story, they will say abusive men, abusive men. I think abuse goes both
No,
ways,
I
to be
don't agree
honest.
with you, Mike. I don't agree with you.
What
There's
don't you
nothing
agree?
that a woman
What?
should say to you that you
You
should lay
don't
your
agree with what I
hands on that
witnessed?
woman. I don't agree with what you're saying that the woman starts the abuse
No,
first.
I
There
didn't
are
say
a
the
lot
women.
of
Not, no, no,
women.
no, no. I said sometimes. I said both ways. You don't start to. Am I saying
You don't
women?
start. You don't start. Mike, now you start now.
That might help me out. Did I say women do
No,
something?
Yes,
I
you
said
no,
don't
both ways. I said
start.
no.
sometimes. I said
So,
when
oh, my
people go out to tell
sweetheart,
the
my
story.
sweetheart did
Dupsy,
not
I
say,
think
he did not say,
Dupsy.
he said some women. And it's true,
Okay.
some women, they like throwing blows. They
Only
like throwing
sweetheart.
Exactly.
Only
blows.
sweetheart, Sonu. Okay,
Yes,
I
I
beg
want
you.
sweetheart mini happy Mike Leo Ati Ju.
You guys are
Joe,
crazy.
darling, how you doing today, honey?
But anyway, the point I'm making is that a lot of times, if you want to talk about, let's talk about both ways. Like men should not abuse women should not abuse men. But it happens where sometimes it's the woman that slapped the man that initiate the whole abuse, where the man retaliates. So it's like a true fighting kind of thing. But when we go out to address it, we just address it as if, men are they have the monopoly of abuse and it's just them. Though of course men should not, because men are
Mike,
more
I don't
physically.
agree.
Yeah.
Mike, I don't agree with you because traditional Nigerian culture does not encourage a woman to hit her husband.
The
Exactly.
Yeah,
tradition,
and
yeah, the
It's
yeah,
tradition
true.
says the
yeah.
Miss
man is
Miss
the head.
Rosie is
In
right.
Lagos.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Our
Miss
No,
Rosie
tradition,
no,
is
no, no.
right.
yeah.
Some women are
No,
slap
those
attack the men too.
no,
So,
no, 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 no. A
but so
woman most
what?
often it's only this
What I saw is what I
westernized women. You find a man talks,
uh,
she slapped him. But most traditional
Princess
Nigerian
Rosie.
women
I'm
don't
telling
do
you what
that.
I grew up seeing, and I
It is
just give you
only
one
if
story.
it's just that we women we have sharp mouth. And then if the man is misbehaving, the woman will use her mouth to whip him out. And then the man can't control himself. The next thing, bam, then
No,
Some,
no, no, but
yeah.
Princess Rosie, we need to call it what it
Hold
is.
on. I
Some of
think
our women,
Joe wants to come in. So maybe after you are done, Matt, Joe
yeah,
comes
some
in.
of our women, they're when I say Michael Tyson, they
They
do.
are violent.
Yeah, because they know they live in a country where when they make out that phone call, the man is the one that will get picked up first.
but there are very few though, Adama.
No, 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 Miss Jewel. Let's Miss Prince Rose. The thing is, our women, do they tend to abuse this 911 thing of yes, the system, because they come from a place where their 911 doesn't work. A place where they cannot call and family will tell you, oh, don't leave because of the kids, don't do this. Yes, a lot of our women are violent. Not just violent, they will destroy everything that man has, all in the name of they're angry. So we need to say the way it is. It's not all on the men. Some of our women, a lot of them are violent.
Thank you very much. Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you may be listening from. Joel of Nashville on the One Man Show. Doopsy on the steering. This
You are here because of
topic,
your babe. Don't call my name. Say hello, Adama.
Doopsy. I told you I was going to be here, and I'm here,
You're
and that means
welcome, bro.
I'm a man of honor, and
Yes. You're a
that
man
should be
of your word.
respected.
Yeah.
I'm a man of my
Okay.
word.
You're
So,
welcome.
thank you very much. This issue is an issue where it's a situation where I think, by the way, can do Baba, I agree to
I
um
salute. I salute.
yeah. This is an issue where we find ourselves discussing this issue and it will never stop. It will never stop because we have not decided to address the root cause of this problem. There was a lady I wanted to get married before. I'm going to give you a personal story. A lady I wanted to get married before. So in the past, before I got married to my present wife. And she just came to America. I just came to America and we were just talking. And all of a sudden, her attitude started changing. Then one day, she pushed me. I was like, yo, what's up? Like, it always to push me. This lady said, you can, this is America. I'm just giving you I'm just rehearsing what she just said to me. This is America. This is America. This is America. Many of our ladies have a false uh, interpretation of what this country is. And so many of them have taken advantage of the laws of the land to maim their partners. What Mike was saying was talking about. He was saying something about he witnessing a lady slap the husband and all that. And it's all over Nigeria.
But there's three sides to every story. Your side, the lady's side, and the truth.
The
That's all.
issue is that we always look at the outcome. Maybe when someone comes out with a black eye, oh, the man is abusive. In the words or in the definition of abuse, you have verbal and you have physical, you have emotional. But the only one that the court writes on is on the physical abuse. And by the time it gets to physical abuse, a lot of things must have gone wrong. We have to start looking at it in a holistic manner. The delusion that when you leave Nigeria and you come to the United States,
or you come to the West, and all of a sudden you are in charge. It's something that it's something that we should reject. Look, let me tell you guys, some of you mentioned nurses. And let me talk about the nurses. That's my field. The moment a Nigerian lady becomes a nurse, it's over. It's nothing that she wants to listen. She doesn't want to listen to you no more. Right here in my state, I've had about 12 to 13 divorces per nurses. Nobody died except for one. But it has always been, oh, I've started getting this money, and the social media effect takes over her life. There's no more family planning. It's not about show off on social media. It's now about vacations you take. And nobody is asking you not to do that. But there is a special kind of freedom that these women love. And you cannot stop them from doing that. We have made this same statement here on the One Man Show. I don't know if One Man is here. We talked about this in the past. The Indians you see here, they make 150, 160,000. You don't hear no shit. I'm talking about the women. They're into IT. 150, 160, they don't say shit. Our own, if we make common 30,000, 40,000, it's like nobody can talk to us no more. It has to do with our attitude, whether
Joe,
man or female.
before you came in, we talked about what you sow, you should reap. If you're
It's
good
not
to
a
your
question of what
woman,
you sow, you should reap.
what you sow,
Most people hide their
you can
attitude,
reap.
they hide their
Being good to your
character
women,
before you
they will
even come in here.
reciprocate. They're not
And when
mad.
they come in here, they
What
start
you
with
sow,
the
you shall reap. Be
What you
good,
sow,
your
you
woman will
must
reciprocate.
reap. Oh,
I
yes.
mean,
Exactly.
it's so
Period.
easy. It's so easy to go on with the cliche,
Gypsy, I kind of
There's
disagree.
three sides to
right?
every
No,
You
but
can
story.
let's be honest here.
There's
Let's
three
be honest
sides to every
here.
story, okay?
you
Yes,
can
Mr.
you can
Drew.
you can fall for the cliche, but I'm not falling for the cliche.
but Jude,
We're
can
It's a
I
not
ask
lazy
falling
you a
way.
for
It's
your
a
question?
lazy
cliche
way.
too.
No, hold on.
Jude, can I ask you a
It's a lazy
question?
way to think about issues.
Jude, can I ask you a
If you have an
question?
issue,
Mr. Jewel, there's
can
three
I
sides
just
to
land?
every story.
No,
There's
Now
but
three
look, let
Jude,
me
sides.
tell.
Jude, I want you
Look,
to
let me
answer
say
a
this.
question, please,
Because I
Jude.
don't know how you turn into women and nurses, you know?
But what
I'm
he's
being
saying, Joe,
honest with
but what
you.
he
Yeah,
I'm
you
being.
said,
guys didn't get problem with nonsense, man. Yo.
I'm
There
telling
is a
you,
reason
He
why.
has
man.
big issues with nurses.
Oh,
I don't
One
know
day at least talk
why.
about
I
lawyers,
am
girl.
one.
Thank
Only
you.
nurse.
I cannot have problem with them if I'm one. I'm just being objective about what I've seen.
yeah, I
And
support what you're
sometimes when
saying.
they come,
What you're
hold
saying
on,
is true.
let me tell you this. When they come and they talk, you remember they talk to me too. I don't want to talk about what I did or what I did not do. But let me just leave it at what they come to tell me. If you ask most of my Nigerian people, I tell them the truth to their faces. I said, what will be the problem? And they will talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and nothing. Sometimes the ones that were not even abused in Nigeria will start referring to what they did. Women go through in Nigeria. You know that women are doing this. I say, does that apply to you? No. Why are you applying it to your family? You go on social media, you bring up issues that are on social media, and if they ask you, you now say, oh, I'm just being proactive. Proactive in what? Look, let me tell you, this issue will continue to go on until the fundamentals are being addressed. And until those fundamentals are being addressed, we can never have a situation where Nigerians in diaspora will have a higher amount of people that are still married. It is
So,
Very
Joe,
true.
ridiculous.
Joe,
It is shameful.
can I ask you
Can I
something?
say something now?
What are the problem and how can we fix them?
The
I
problem is
don't know.
this: be yourself. No matter how you want to see, when you do not throw away the baby and the bath water. I don't think any of you, including Doopsy, when you were in Nigeria, you ever were taken up by a man and you paid for your meal. The man paid for your meal. So it's not everything that is wrong with the Nigerian man. You work with your man.
Jewel,
When we come
you
here,
are the
it's a
you are the
different.
guy that came on this platform. That it's important for a guy to have a side meat or side piece. You are the one
We are
that came
deviating. We are
onto this
deviating.
platform to
We are
tell us that.
deviating. Listen.
I'm
We are
not
deviating.
deviating. I'm
No,
attacking
no,
you
no, 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 no,
directly.
no.
I'm
See,
not
you are
deviating.
deviating. Let us stay on topic. You see, I did not come here to feel emotional.
Look at you.
Miss Dupsy, can you hear me?
No, I did not come here to feel emotional.
Miss
These are
Dupsy.
emotional topics, right? Let us stay on facts. If we're
Chioma,
going to
I can
address
hear
this
you.
issue,
You will go
we can
after
address
Jewel.
this issue. If we
Yeah,
want to address
Chioma, I
an
can hear
issue,
you.
address an issue.
Okay, thank you.
Right?
All right. Sorry, Joel. Maybe after Choma, then we bring AY in as well. He hasn't spoken yet. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah. So let us just stay on issues. On a day, we're going to discuss this other issue you talked about, and we're going to discuss it. I'm going to tell you my reason why. But on this particular issue, the fact remains that as Nigerians, we have to look at what we have, protect it, switch it where it's necessary. If there's a problem here, we'll fix it. But just saying that the Nigerian man is the problem and all that is just the lazy way to go about it. And if we continue on that route, we are going to we're still going to see issues like this in future. Thank you very much.
Okay. Are you finished, Mr. Jewel?
Yeah, Chioma, go ahead.
So, the point I want to make is, for some of these men that came here and telling us their stories, at the end of the day, I don't want you guys to just agree everything on what they say. There's three sides to every story. The man's side, the woman's side, and the truth. So we need to put that into consideration. Don't let someone that comes here and tell you a story and you just buy it. No. Even if it's personal, no. So another thing, and that's my opinion.
Chioma, we lost you. That network is
Obama
not
network.
working. Yeah, that's that Arcadian network. Okay, Chioma, we lost you.
Can
She's
you
using
hear me now?
Barack Obama
Yeah,
network.
you're coming in. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
go
I was
ahead.
saying, okay, so where did I stop? Where did I stop?
There are
Sorry.
two, there are
Yeah,
two, there are three sides to a story.
Yeah,
yeah.
so there's three sides to a story. So we can't just buy everything just one person said from their experience. But my thing is, with this topic is if Nigerian men can just calm down, like, take it down a notch because you're not in Nigeria. You're in America. So
We can't hear Chama again.
Yeah, I think she's either driving or moving, and the network is bouncing from one to another. So
Yeah,
it's
let AY go ahead then. AY.
can you guys
AY.
hear me?
Chioma, you're dipping in and out.
Okay. So I was saying that, we're my advice is for Nigerian men, we're in the United States, we're not in Nigeria. Men, like the Nigerian men should stop being abusive to their women. This is a country where they love and respect their women. They put women first. So it's like you need to get that into your thick skull. Like if you're abusive and you're, aggressive at home, back home in Nigeria, don't bring it here. Calm down. You're in a different society. They will not tolerate that. And stop making everything about, our Nigerian women. Then go and marry your Igbo woman. I bet you most of these Nigerian men that marry Igbo women, they would never try that trash with them. I'm telling you. So you need to humble yourself. You're in a different society and love your women. Trust me, when a woman is loved properly, you will never hear any form of abuse. Period.
Thank you, Chioma. AY. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Dupsy, afternoon. One man, shout out. Big up, man. Mr. Kandu.
Oh, guy, you show up today. Good to see you.
I'm here with you today live. Yeah. So I don't know. The topic is this unconditional love of a teen. Is that where we are? So
We
I want to
move past that. Oh, we move past that.
Yeah, but you can speak if that's what brought you in. You can speak to that. So we still couldn't conclude. A lot of us feel there is no such thing, but Dupsy feels that it does exist.
Yeah, I want to just use a few seconds to talk on that. So the unconditional love, when I saw it, I was actually laughing. To be honest, in summary, there is no such thing as unconditional love for a grown-up adult, man or woman. If anybody tell you it's unconditional love or love me the way I am, you are deceiving yourself. That's just the honest truth. There must be something that will make one to get attached to another person. It can be a form of material things, it can be a form of beauty, it can be a form of intelligence. There must be something. This is just the honest truth. It can be a form of the family value, character. There must be something you actually love, but it's just that sometimes we keep deceiving ourselves. The other thing is, I don't know why a lot of people were against Joel of Nigeria. I think he was speaking fact. Choma, I will disagree with you. This idea of is men that are violent, to be honest, is no. I completely disagree. There are a lot of women that are violent. I remember we
You
having
mean physically
discussion.
violent women?
Hold on. Physical violence, yeah.
Oh yes. Oh
No,
I
yes.
have
women
a
don't.
lot of
Oh
Nigerian
yes.
women don't initiate physical
hold
violence.
on, hold on,
They
hold
do.
on,
They do.
hold on, hold on, hold on.
Some of them do. Some of them.
So
Oh.
I have seen. So I had discussion with a lot of men on Dr. Da Vinci panel at the backstage, where men were speaking up how women abuse them physically. Apart from that, in fact, a friend of mine called me this week. This is discussion we were having. She's Nigeria, the boyfriend is Ghanaian. They were supposed to get married. Something happened, she slapped the guy. She told me, I'm like, so after we having that discussion, I'm like, listen, let me just advise you. Don't ever slap a man. These things are happening. We are not saying there are no men. There are men that are also violent. To me, if a man is violent to a woman physically, it shows the real weakness of that man. I for no reason. For me, I don't condone violence of any form. If I see a woman that is violent, honestly, I'm not gonna run. I'm gonna run very fast because I'm scared of women that are violent, because when a woman is violent, it can easily eliminate you because they are gonna act on their emotion, not on logic. Yeah, but men that are violent, so there are some that this thing can really lead to something very, very bad. That's one thing both the men and women what we need to know. But these things are happening. One of the other stuff Joy was talking about, I wanted to talk about. I have a very typical example now. Actually, it's my cousin. They moved. He was a manager in a bank in Nigeria. They moved to Canada. When my cousin met this lady, in fact, she was just in year one in a university. My cousin have to move her from there to a better school. He paid all her tuition, school, everything. Bought her a car. They were living well in Nigeria. Honestly,
Sorry for him.
I used to think, hold on, I used to think this woman was an angel. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, because of that, I used to respect her a lot. Like, how one thing she really did, right? My cousin mom was sick, my auntie. She really took care of her. Since that time, like the woman, she's late now. Like, I used to give her this maximum respect. Then they moved to Canada like a couple of years ago. They started having issue. What is going on? Do you know what the problem was? The children, what's it called? The money they pay the children every month, right? That was where the problem started from. She was, oh no, I'm not going. She started fighting this man. Like, everything's just changed. She turned to something else. I remember speaking with her. Honestly, the conversation, I said, no, I'm not going to talk to this one again. Like, you will see a different human being. I said, this is not the person I know. What's going on? Like, oh, I don't care. Like, the way she was sounding, I'm like, wow, this is a woman I know that she used to be very respectful back home. Like when you talk to her, you think I was actually surprised. So these things are happening. Now she's in nursing school. I told my cousin, I said, bro, you got to sit up. You got to have a plan. You got to sit up. It's not going to be funny. By the time she start working, I think it's going to be worse. I don't pray it get that way, but I told him, you have to sit up. No joke. These things are happening. You see, the issue of money, I don't think if because a woman is making money, that should make you be disrespectful to your husband. We had this discussion yesterday. I don't think money should define people really. Even for men, like I'm gonna respect one man, respect it doesn't matter. I don't know what he has, but just his value, I can give him that respect. But if tomorrow you want to give me $1 million, why not? I will take it, one man. So the thing is, we should not let material things define who we are, both the men and women. I think we can do better. The fact that if you know you don't want to build a life with a woman or a man, why are you starting the relationship? Just understand, how to navigate this terrain, respect each other, how to work together. Issue of leadership is a problem. We may not agree that men are leaders of their home. It's a problem. But a lot of us are going to deny it here. I
Don't
know
you
we
think
have.
you kind of contradict yourself? In the
Hold
beginning,
on. No.
in the beginning, you say
So,
there's no unconditional love. Now you are saying no one should, money should not define. Uh, come on, it's the money. Come on, that's not.
so I can speak on that. So what I was saying, right? I said there is nothing like unconditional love, right? What I mean by it's not issue of money alone. When we're talking about, it's not because you have money that's why a woman will love you, right? Women can love you for so many things. I'm just saying, like, there must be something that
Well, you use money
that
as
we
an
attract
example,
that
though.
love.
You use money as an example initially.
Probably money is also a factor. It can be a factor. But what I'm saying is money should not define who you are. Don't let money get into your head and define who you are. Be who you are. Work on top of millions, billions. Just you can still be who you are. Why are you allowing the money to change you? It's except like you are just faking it, right?
Well, you
Money
change
should
the way you
not
feel
change.
about the person, though. Since it was the reason why
Yeah.
you came into the person in the first place. So if that factor is no longer there, then maybe you
So
change feelings.
yeah, that is a specific case also, right? But in general, like we can do better, and try to live together in peace instead of allow these material things to destroy us. There are people that so much believe in this money. Honestly, I
AY.
have had discussion. Hold on, there was this. I had discussion with a lady that was telling me about money, like more like she want to use money to entice me. I was laughing. I really lost it. I was like, no, look for women that they look for men that will love you for your money. Like this is to me, it's just something else, right? Like I don't know. I don't think this stuff we need to. It's like Jewel said, right? People earn 160, Indians earn 160, 180, 200. They are still wives. Even for the men, the fact that you earning millions, it doesn't mean you're not going to respect your wife as well. So it goes both ways. But the issue of leadership is a big one. If I believe in a house, like you don't recognize leadership, it's a problem. We, especially we coming from Africa, our men, this is how we are designed. We understand leadership. So when you are looking for that husband, probably look for a man that can lead you, not a man that you will not respect. So that's just my summary. Thank you.
So AY,
Miss Dipsy,
AY,
Miss Dipsy,
AY, I
Drew,
wanted to
can
say
you wait?
something real quick, right? I
Yeah,
wanted to say something real
just
quick.
hold, Drew, can you wait before you speak? Since
Okay.
we're talking about what the women are doing wrong, so can we now speak why the rate of our women getting killed and what the men are doing wrong? Because everybody said everything what the women are doing wrong, and we have men on this panel. So can we speak on what the men
Can I
are
speak
doing
on
wrong?
that?
Okay.
Can I continue?
Let me just say this real quick. Let me just say this real quick, please. AY, the issue there is this. It's about the system. I have an uncle. They've been married for 40 years. He's a medical doctor, right? Just last week, I said last week, last 3 weeks, the wife filed for divorce.
Mm.
The issue there is this, right? It boils down to the person. Because even if you say as a man you have money, she might want to just like make away with half of it because she knows that the law supports it.
Good
So
point, Joe.
the issue here is, where is our values? Where are our values? Right? We move to the West and all of a sudden we change. It changes everything
Yeah, when you
about
move
us.
to Rome, you have to live like a Roman. I don't
No, you
understand.
cannot.
You people
No,
live African. You
I
want
don't
to live
subscribe to
African
that.
life. I don't get it, man.
I don't subscribe to that because this is the
You
issue.
really?
No, I don't
Adama, can
subscribe
I
to
No,
that.
quickly
Joe,
I don't
add
Joe,
one
subscribe to
please,
minute?
that.
there. Hold on.
So
Joe,
you
hold on, AY. Can you
Adam,
answer the question I just put out? You were the one speaking. So can you
me,
Okay.
tell
right?
us what the men need to do differently? You said what the
What they made.
women are doing wrong. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Good. So one thing I also found out is this: for the men, one thing they are doing wrong is that for some of them, they have this attitude of being like, hey, you go to school first, then I'll go. Develop yourself first. Develop yourself first. Then, if anybody is coming to your life, you'll be like, okay, what do you want to do? Fine. Because that is where the killing comes from. Because for some of them, they might be doing maybe a home health job, and they come in with the attitude of, or with the feeling that, oh, we are trying to build a family together. And he would not take up the responsibility of the bills and all that while the lady is going to school. Then immediately the lady goes to school, it turns back on it, the lady turns back on him or turns on him. So that is the reason. One. So the men have to start developing yourself first before developing another person. Then the next thing the man has to do is to normally look at the person you're trying to get married to. Like I've always told those of them that are here, look for a girl here that was born here. Stop going to Nigeria to get married to a new person. Look for your wife here. There are ladies, there are Nigerian women. If you want to marry a Nigerian, there are Nigerian women that are born here. That you won't have issues of I see a Lamborghini and my head they bust.
Thank you.
I won't have an issue of if I see road for the first time without no pothole. This one America. They've been through the system. They know the system. They know the pros and cons. So they don't have nothing excites them. What they want is just have a good relationship and all that. And if you want to just oppose that with the United States, where amongst the black population we have 79% single mom, then you also have to understand that some of this the other 21%, they want to get married. In fact, if you would deep into the other, even the 79 single mom, they want to get married. For some of them, it's not their fault. For some of them, they made a wrong decision. But if you make a wrong decision, own up to it. If you make a kid with a dog, don't say all men are wrong, all men are dogs. You made a kid with a dog. It was a decision that you made. Don't make it about men. There are serious men out there taking care of business. So for the men, if you want to get married, look for a Nigerian girl that was born here. It might not be there might be some issue here. You guys can just like tweak it a little bit. Then you know that you're getting married to someone that was from here. And all the distractions, all these social media things, you might not have those issues. But the problem is going down to Nigeria, you go and bring an Mbeke, You bring an Mbeke from Nigeria, and the Mbeke comes here,
Don't
and she sees
Mbeke,
a
man.
bridge, and all
Translate.
of a sudden, no,
Oh, leave me
I'm not
alone.
trying to be demeaning. I'm not
Translate.
trying to
I
be
just
What is
demeaning.
Mbeke?
It
What
also
happened?
happens to ladies.
Mbeke were any.
No,
Oh,
it
really?
also happens. It also happens to guys too. Listen. It also happens to ladies. Ladies go to Nigeria. You go bring in one Mbeke guy. The Mbeke guy, you don't know that the lady has the guy has a plan. He comes here and it's the same thing. So I would say,
But that's the
those of
key
us that are
one.
here,
Sure. That's the thing. Like you go pick somebody, you don't think that person also have plan for themselves. People want to
that's the
own.
point.
People want to go pick.
See, and Mike, the
And
problem is this.
either way you do it, whether you pick person here or pick person anywhere, when you pick
Mike,
somebody, you have to also know that that person also have their own life, have their own plan. So you can't just bring
Mike.
somebody and bring in your plan as if you are the only one with
No.
plan. Have a life.
Mike, you don't get it. This is the issue. If you were born here, most likely your parents are here. Most of their
That's
families are
true.
here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it still doesn't
If
mean you
you
will control
listen, now
that
make I
person too.
talk now. Make
Yeah,
I talk.
no. But Mike, what he's saying is that if you
Make I
meet
talk.
someone here, I think a lot of our men go back home to marry, quote unquote. They want someone they can control, they can
Exactly.
tell everything. That
Okay.
someone they can, whatever.
So would they be able to control the one born here too?
No, they can't control the one
Exactly.
born
So
here. They
so
can't.
the thing is the one
But
born here you don't want to control, but the one you bring from Nigeria, what
Mike,
can you just not control either of them?
Mike, let me land. Mike, let me land. The issue most of the time, look, let me tell you something. You see, when it comes to a man, and I'm talking about the real man, not this one that followed the Democratic Party. And I'm talking about real men. I'm talking about men that knows that they have to take care of responsibility. And I can stand here to tell you that most Nigerian men take care of business. It does not matter what job, it's about pride. Because right from when we were 2, 3 years old, we've been told you're going to take care of your home, you're going to take care of your wife, you're going to take care of your kids. That is the issue. So you cannot use money to entice the Nigerian man. If a Nigerian man is getting married to you, he's looking at, okay, how do we build based off this?
Really?
But what happened, I'm just being honest with you, but what happens is that when most of these ladies come in, they want to go solo. They want to now start, let me go and build house in my place. That this man, it's about emotion. This man will be safe for our village. The man also will not go do well. Now I go the focus now shifts. So these are the issues people are having in their homes. And until we address that, we're going to continue to have issues like this. Thank you.
But the ones that grew up on here, whatever, they also
Yeah,
have their own. They
anyway,
want to
wait
be
when
their
Mike
own thing
finish,
too.
then you can go next.
I don't want to tell you. I think where you said what the men are doing wrong. To me, I think a lot of Nigerian men, they still kind of stuck with the the way their grandfather, the old era, where the men
Exactly.
everything is about him. You understand? Everything is about him. The life of the world, he's the god of the house. He's the Alpha and Omega. Everybody everything have to go for his own interest. No, everyone has other parties' interest is not important. It's just him. So when they are getting married for their own sake, for their own life's sake, meaning that
Their selfish needs, their own selfish needs.
selfish need, exactly. So they are not seeing a woman as a woman being has a dream or has a vision or has their own desires of where she's trying to be in life. They don't put those things into consideration. So you just feel like, oh, I'm gonna take. That's why in Nigeria they say, let me go take a wife. We live in different era. Back in the olden days, women don't have anything. They don't have right. They say, okay, go to husband's house, that kind of thing. That's it. Their only hope. There's no hope of dream or aspiration for women. The way we structure our society back then. So a woman, once it becomes even in the north, back in the day, say by 12, by 15, they will send her to husband's house, that kind of thing. So the husband owns her. But we live in a time where women don't have dreams. You understand? I have no human being born to go to a husband's house and go and be a slave there. They now have dreams. Today, some girls want to be professional athletes. Some want to be. They have their own dreams now. They don't. They are not born to serve a man. They are born to partner with a man now. So it's not service anymore. It's not I own you anymore. It's we are partnering.
But Mike, how many men realize what you're just talking about now? People like Joe
Yeah, that's what
doesn't
I'm
even
saying. They don't want to
understand.
know that. They are still
They don't
stuck in that.
understand what you're talking about right now.
They are still stuck in. I am taking a wife to home to come and
I'm
to home
telling
her.
you.
Like it's to come and be
Yeah, a side meet is
my
necessary.
property. To come
If
and
a
be my
side meet is
property.
necessary for you, a side meet is necessary for your wife. Take it or leave it. Mr.
Exactly.
Joel. No, Joel.
Mike,
Mike,
the issue there
I'm
is
just telling
this.
you reality how the world has changed. And we have to move along with the
Just
world.
leave my sweetheart Joel. No, what did he do to you? He just stated the fact. Leave him. I support him.
Adama,
Mike,
I won't leave your sweetheart.
When you marry,
let me
Mike,
when
you marry a lady, both of you become one. Now, let me
you
tell
don't
you
become
something.
one. That's
Hold
not
on.
true. That's where you got it wrong. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. But you see, that is what I'm talking about. So everybody have their own definition of what marriage should be. They don't become one. They are not one. So why are you getting married in the first place? Is it a game? The issue is this. When you look at great economies, whether it's the Caucasian, it's the Japanese, it's the Asia, in fact, even the Italians, there is something fundamental about family. The biggest problem the Black Americans are facing today is the lack of strong families. And the issue is this. When we start looking at it, Nigeria used to be like that, especially Nigerians in Nigeria. Right? I don't know what happened when we came here. I mean, I still think that our marriages we still have a good percentage of marriage that's still together. No marriage is going to be perfect. The idea that we're going to have a general standard that fits all is wrong. Don't go on social media. Oh, listen, hold on, please. Don't go on social media and start telling your husband or your wife how marriage should be. Marriage should be what both of you make it to be. That is the success. That is what you see in that marriage. The moment you start going out there to start bringing out, I have never opened a door for a lady before. I come to America. That was what I had with my other lady. I come to America. Oh, you have to open the door for me. And when you refuse that, no. There are certain things, those
But
things
when
are
you
not
meet, you
necessary.
have that conversation now. Hold on. When you meet somebody,
No. Listen.
You gotta let people talk to you now. You can't just go on that. You're making like 5 different points. We have to be able to
now so that it will be conversational.
But you're making a bunch of points at the same time. I mean, we can't respond to all of them.
No, just write it down. Then you respond.
You write it down. What do you mean write it down? I mean,
no, write it down.
Are you that important? I have to be writing what you are saying now.
Now you are abusing that right. You are abusing it. Joe, because openly
you just say a bunch of stuff.
Okay, sorry. Okay. You guys should go ahead. Go ahead.
When you meet your woman, you should have that conversation. What you can do, what you cannot do. If you don't open door, you let her know from the beginning. Come, look, I'm a kind of man that doesn't open door, so she gets it from there. Exactly. So you when you meet, the problem is people who are not they are not meeting they are not missing their match, or they are engaging people that's not their match. When you meet someone you want to marry or you want to be serious with, you need to have conversation about your life, have conversation about that person's life, your personality, your values, what you believe in, what you don't believe in. Address it, where you are going in life, where she's going in life. When you sit down and talk about this, that's how you build foundation of relationship. It's like trying to start a company. You do feasibility study, all those things, right? So if you want to marry someone, you need to have conversation about yourselves. And from there, you can know what areas, what you can deal with, what you cannot deal with, whether it's possible to even live together or be together or whatever it is. That's how you do things.
Mike, you're living in La La Land.
You are not living in the era where you're just going to pick a wife. Well, you're my property now. No woman today, bro. The world
Mike,
is
you're living in La La Land.
Women are liberated.
No, but
there is no property anymore. No woman is trying to be your property.
Then AY can come in, please.
I haven't even talked, and Mike is absolutely correct.
No one is the property anymore, Joe. No woman is a property.
I'm not saying anybody. Nobody is a property of anybody.
Let me land. Let me tell you the mistake they are making. When a woman is in Nigeria or the house, in a village or something, in that place, she sees herself as a property because she has no hope, nothing. But if you take her, put her in an environment where now she's not see opportunity to not be a property anymore, she's not going to still have that mindset of, I'm your property. Now she's in a position where she can now dream. You understand? In that village where there's absolutely nothing, no hope, she can just submit to being a property. But when you put her in a place where now she
Mike,
not have
Mike,
hope.
Mike, I
Hold
don't
on,
know where
hold
you
on,
come
hold on,
from,
hold
man.
on.
We have
Where
never
she
had
can now
property.
dream.
Women
She
are not
can dream.
property in my
Calm
culture.
down, bros.
Women are not property in my culture. What are you talking about?
I didn't
Who's
say your
talking about who's
Ada,
talking
bro,
about
Ada, you
bro.
need
property?
to take
Hold on,
over
calm
this
down,
one.
calm
Eh?
down, calm down, calm down.
Women are not
Control.
culture.
Whether
Women are
you deny
not
it or
property in my
not,
culture.
Joe, wait,
whether
calm
you
down,
Hold on.
calm
whether you
down,
Hold
deny
please.
on.
it or not, in
Hold on.
Africa, hold on,
One
hold on.
voice. Yeah. One voice.
No, just say in your
But
place.
Joe,
In
don't
your
let people
place.
talk, man.
Joe,
Joe, calm
please,
down,
Joe,
calm
please
down.
don't calm down, please. Let him finish. Then we'll go to Choma. Do you want to say something? Is your
Let,
internet
let me
stable?
Can
let
you
me
guys
Go
just
hear
ahead.
land.
me? I'm home now, so you guys should hear me clearly.
Yeah, you're clear
Well, let
now.
me land my point.
Let
Guys,
Mike like, then you can go, Choma.
Yes, ma'am.
the deal is in African society where there's a very tiny opportunity for a woman to make it or to even dream or to get something because there's really no structure, no infrastructure things that allow women to really advance or do anything. So what we have for men, there's more like the system is pretty much structured for men to succeed. You understand? So most women see life as God, Lord, it's not for me to dream. So well, let me just rely on men to, to be a housewife or something because most likely men are the one that will make it. In that environment, yeah, the women have to just adjust to the accept that and okay, this is the reality here. But when you move her to another society where she can see that she cannot dream, she's now in a place like America where she can realize, oh, I can become a doctor, I can become anything, there's opportunity here. She's no longer going to be in that mindset of I'm yours to keep and yours to be to your property, yours to
But
control
you're
or to
married for
take over.
crying out loud.
So
You're
you as a
married.
man, hold on, you as the man, you need to understand that. So whether it's a woman you go bring from Nigeria or the woman that's born here, they are both liberated-minded women. So either way, they're gonna do that. They're gonna want to have their own dream, their own thing. So what you need to do is you need to drop that. You are my property, or you are my for me to control. No, let's have conversation about what we want to
Mike, in
do
other words,
and
what
where
you're
we are
trying to
going.
say is allow our men should allow our women to have a mind of their own
The mind of their
and
own,
not you
exactly.
shape them into what your own mentality of you want to own this person, loyalty or no loyalty at Iginiko. Thank you so much, Mike. Choma, I'll go to you. Choma, are you there? Joe, can you mute? We can hear you're driving. Choma, are you there? AY, you can go ahead.
Okay, so the question you asked now, right? All
The
this.
question is, what can the men do? We've talked about what the women are doing. What can the men do? And why is this so many of our women are being killed here in the diaspora?
Yeah, those women that are killed. Those are the issue I want to address. So there is this set of men that.
Wait, did you guys skip me?
Hold on first, Shama. Hold on.
Okay.
So there is this set of men, right? I don't. So they live in abroad for years, right? I know sometimes it can be difficult. Some of them they will not educate themselves. They will not at least grab a skill, look for probably look for some kind of career to get focus. When the time comes, they want to get married. They go back to Africa with $2,000. When you change the money, you're a millionaire in Nigeria, right? For example, they look for these women that are educated, medical doctor, nurses. They know what they want. So the marriage they want to get into is purely transactional. They know what they want. They know what they want to get out of it. They price these women with those little dollar. They are able to bring the women here. Okay, now you are here. Oh, take certificate for nursing. Oh, if she's not a nurse yet. Oh, take 1 or 2 years and be a nurse. The expectation is still the expectation. The cases I know of, now they want to take full control of that woman. Some of them, they are not even working themselves. They don't really have like a job they really focus on. They will chill out. Their plan is, oh, when she's a nurse, she start working, I'm just gonna chill. Sometimes this is where the problem is coming from. They want this woman to give every paycheck, every penny to them. Let them have control of everything. When you talk, oh, I brought you here. Some of them, they can gather money and train these women. Here, okay, the expectation is you go work. Now I can relax. There is no such thing. So, because by the time these women disappoint them, how do you think you want somebody to work for 2 weeks and give you the paycheck? To me, I don't know why men really go in this route. I would prefer, why don't you just educate yourself? If you want, why don't you be a nurse yourself? You know what I mean? And go back home, go bring the woman, even if the woman is a nurse
Exactly.
or whatever,
Exactly.
he cannot support you. So this frustration get to these women, these men. That is when you see those reactions most times. I know up to 3 cases. Some of them not even dead. They gonna like just physically seriously abuse these women. This thing is very common. To be honest, these men that are doing this, they need to stop. Educate yourself. Stop wasting your energy and thinking, oh, when I educate her, when I do this, I'm gonna chill. The woman is gonna make all the money. I'm gonna drive big cars. As I know one, right? A friend of my friend. He want to drive all the big cars with the sweat of this woman. Why are you doing that? When the woman reacts. So these cases are also very common. The men that do all these transactional marriages, it doesn't end well. Most of them, it doesn't end well. So this thing is very common. Men need to stop. You as a man, you are here. Yes, if you don't have paper yet, I understand. But the moment you get a green card, get something. Look for career. Go and get a certificate. Get something. Why are you waiting for a woman to make all the money and take care of you? You know, it's not gonna end well. So this is what happened. That is, I know that is very common. And these women too, they will start disrespecting you. You are not offering them anything. Oh, you will just be lamenting. I trained you in school. I brought you here. I did. What are you talking about? She's not your slave, please. You know. So do something for yourself before you think you want to take somebody out of the waters, right? Thank you.
Thank you so much, AY. I appreciate that. Shoma, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Go ahead.
Is Miss Doopsy there too?
Yeah, I'm here, Chima.
Okay.
I'm listening to you. Yeah.
So, what I wanted to say is that I just feel like, we shouldn't be having these issues, in our, community, And so that lady that was giving women advice on the video about not calling police, because that's where all this issue started. She should be giving that advice to men. You are in a society where, they love women, they love children, they put them first. And you still coming to America with that sick mindset of, zobu zobu, I'm amiibo, I'm your bum, I'm this and that. Don't calm down. If you can just, settle your mind, your family, and just relax. Stop thinking you're back home where it's a lawless country. They abuse women anyhow. Women don't even report abuse. And you think you're going to bring that mentality in America where they love women? Are you sick? I'm sorry. It's not the system's fault, Mr. Jewel of Nashville. Okay? Tell your friends, all those men, to stop abusing women. You're no longer in Nigeria, whether you like it or not. I don't care if you're married to a Nigerian woman, you're married to a nurse, you're married to a CNA or a doctor. You have to respect yourself as a man, period.
Hey, Choma,
Thank you, Chima.
Choma,
Joel, can you hear
sorry,
that?
Dusi, Choma,
Yeah.
I was hearing some black American guys. They say they want to go to Africa because they don't have to pay child support there.
Mhm.
Yes, yes, yes. That's the way they think.
Imagine.
Yeah, that's the way they think, that they can treat a woman anyhow, that
Yeah,
they put
because
up
we
with
tolerate
anything.
it.
Yes, yes,
We
yes.
tolerate it. And what makes me upset is we were arguing about a report from 911. Nigerian women, we have a culture. You know, we don't want to send the father of our children to jail. But yes, when abuse is too much, we want police to intervene. But we will not be like, yeah, take him, officer. No, we will cook up the stories. Oh, it was a misunderstanding, this and that. But you're here saying it doesn't exist. Yes, abuse exists. Women are suffering in silence both back home and here and abroad because they don't want to be shamed. So you have to pity these women, and our men need to change their mentality, okay? And for your information, women will always come first, whether you like it or not. Period on period on period.
Thank you, Chioma. Kandu, are you there? Do you have anything to say in regards to what our men need to do differently and why our women are being killed here in the diaspora? Sir, are you there?
If it's not here, then we have to start rounding up because I have
Yes.
an appointment.
All right, no
Can
problem.
do. Are
Were you?
you?
Yeah,
Are you?
was that me?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm here.
I said, what do our
Yeah,
men need
obvious.
to start doing differently? And what do you have to say in regards to the killing of our women here in the diaspora?
Yeah, I feel compelled to continue to say this based on my what I'm observing in general, and that when the story of this time is written in the future, it's gonna be really horrible. It's gonna be horrible. You see, what we are doing, or what society seems to be doing now, is they want to reinvent the wheel. They want to reinvent the wheel. And there is no civilization that's ever succeeded where you don't have men that are leaders. Even in America, whether you want to talk about Jackie Kennedy, whether you want to talk about Woodrow Wilson, whatever leader you want to talk about in America that I can remember, it does not mean that their wives are not educated, don't have a career, whether it's Michelle Obama or whoever else, whether it's both the Bush presidents. You see, I believe in women being empowered. All of my sisters are well educated, they make a zillion amount of money. All of them. I believe that. I believe that from Nigeria because that's what I saw. Women being empowered when I lived in Nigeria. But you see, this issue of now all of a sudden we're in 2000, we're in 2022. Now we have to reinvent the wheel. You see, for the type of men I talk about, they're not doing this 50-50. You bring your 50%. You, as the woman, support the dream of your husband. It doesn't mean that you don't have a dream. It doesn't mean that you don't have a career. Whether it is, except maybe for the Queen of England, any queen anywhere on this planet that I've ever heard about, regardless of her education, regardless of her resources, you are there to support your man. I'm not talking about some guy that you met at a party. The woman supports you. It is the job to find the right type of man for you. And with those type of men, you are supporting him. It is his last name that that both of your children are going to be carrying into the future, not yours. And the question I think some people need to ask themselves is, what does life look like at 70? That your fancy job where you get, where you work for 40 years or whatever, and you are retired. What does life look like from 65 to 90? Is it still that your job that you're carrying on your head all over the place? I used to be director of whatever, whatever. What are you without your job? What are you without your money? There are women that have had more money, more resources than you will ever have. It's like I ask people, if you won the lottery and you won $50 million tomorrow and you don't have to go to a job, what are you? Who are you? Some people, it is the job that they have said that even makes their life worth living. Without that job, they are nothing. There is more to life than money, job, owning a business. Real men love their wives. And part of the problem is one of the things we have gone away from is when back in the days, in any society in the world, the family looks for a woman for the man because they look at this man's family. What type of place does he come from? Who are his people? Which type of people then be? But now you just meet somebody at a club or wherever you meet and you think you're getting married to a human being. Like I've said, I'm not saying that because I don't have those people in my life, but the type of men I deal with, if a man is telling a story around us and calling his wife names that somebody should not be calling a human being, they correct him that you don't talk about your wife like that. That's what real men do. Real men don't call their wives bitches. So part of the problem, I think, for both sides is people are not choosing for the right reason. You're choosing because of the type of job somebody has, or the type of job like AY and Man of Nashville said, or Joel of Nashville said. You're choosing for the wrong reason. Or he's handsome, or he's tall. There is more to life than that. You need somebody who's going to help you up this toilet when you're 78 years old. So that's why I said when I came in initially, there's a whole lot of depth to this thing. Life is more, much more than money, resources. And for the real man, nobody cares about how much money you make. Don't care. Thank you.
Okay, so Kandu, thank you. And I'll say that I support you 70%. I don't support all what you have said, but I support you. You stand here that you don't know useless people. I don't as well. So people should get that. It's not everybody that knows somebody that beat his wife or somebody that maltreats his wife. It's not all of us. We're not in that circle. So don't put us in that circle. So I'm just reiterating that. So now we're going to close the show soon.
Let me
So I
say
want to
something real
give,
quick. Let me say
no,
something
I'm
real
going to
quick.
give you each 1 minute to say your final submission, or you want to say something before that, Mike?
Yeah, yeah, something can do say about
Okay.
yeah, you should marry because when you get to 70, you'll be cleaning your toilet. You can't hope on that because that woman can pass away before you even get to 70 something. So I want anybody to be banging on somebody that we someone
And
will be
that's
taking care.
selfish too. That's
Yeah, yeah,
selfish
yeah.
too.
Very
What
selfish.
I
And
can say
and
is,
Mike, that's
But you
not
don't
that is
have
if you
the
not
want to plan for
conversation
your
with
old
Kandu.
age, you need to start
Mike,
saving
Refuse to
money.
make
Mike,
decisions.
Mike, that is
Uh,
not what I. By the way,
For
that is not
house
what I
help
said.
as
That is
wives.
not what I said. That is not what I said. Well, I didn't say you should be expecting somebody. It's not about somebody coming to clean up after you. It's about having somebody to share your life
but
and the life that both of you. If they pass away, or
either way,
if
the
they
thing is,
pass away, just because
okay.
I can die. Hold on, just
Mhm.
because I can die before retirement doesn't mean I don't save for one.
Yeah, yeah. So my only advice is people should not rely on another human being for
Thank you.
whatever at one point you need to work and save and plan for your old age, whatever position you might find
He didn't
yourself.
even address the main issue. I said, why is our women being killed? All he spoke about was money, this, that. We have
No,
come to realize,
I
no,
said
Mr.
it's the
Kandu, it's
choices
okay.
that people. I said it's the
Yes,
choices
yes,
that
I
people make,
understand.
men
I
and
understand.
women, not just
Yeah.
the women.
Mm-hmm.
Choose properly, choose well. Look at the character of the person, not just how beautiful they look or how handsome they are. A lot of these things are because people don't know how to choose. They don't know how to choose a woman. You just look at Yash, or you look at how beautiful her face is. There are a lot of beautiful people that are not worth a thing to be around. After
Um,
doing you 2 or 3 times, people are not interested in you, except it is your character that keeps
yeah,
you there. It is the
yeah.
character of the man.
Miss Dipsy, can I have my final submission? And I want to say this story before I have my final submission. Is that
Go
okay?
ahead. Go ahead.
Now there's a story I want to tell. This story happened here in the United States. These are both professionals. She went back home to bury her dad. She came home, she was killed. She was stabbed to death by her husband over 70 something times. So these are men in the she's known in the society, in the Nigerian community. He's known in the Nigerian community. Both are educated. Both of them were high school sweethearts. Can you mute please? So this she died and left her sister with her 3 kids. And the sister is the one raising the children. So when we say something about women being killed, it has nothing to do with uneducated men or uneducated women. These two people met each other here in the diaspora. They know each other, knows each other's family. So it impacts each and every one of us because at the end of the day, we say we are Nigeria. So when people look at us, they will say, yes, this happened in the Nigerian community. Ain't you Nigerian? So at the end of the day, my thing for everyone is if you're married and you know you're not happy, please seek help, both of you. I don't believe in two people staying together if they're not happy with each other. You need to take care of yourself first, and you have to be alive first to take care of those children. So regardless of whatever situation you find yourself, there is always help somewhere. So we need to encourage our women to seek help and at the same time encourage our men because our men do go through a lot. So at the end of the day, all I want us to know is raise our children in a sound and well brought up environment because guess what? You are the number one role model for your kids. Forget LeBron James, forget Oprah and everything. For me and my family, my daughters, I am their number one role model. So I lead by example. So that's all I have to say. Thank you, Miss Dupsy.
Yeah, thank you, Adama. AI, Zita. Is Zita here? Zita is not here. Mike. Oh no, Mike will say I shouldn't call him. Okay, Joel. Joel, can you go ahead with your 1 minute submission before we round up?
Yeah. So thank you. Adama, you've spoken so well. Very cerebral, very logical. Um, what a beauty to behold. But you're taking, so I'm not gonna go for more than that. Um
Olójú
uh,
kòkòrò ni ẹ́, olè, olójú kòkòrò, ó ní ẹ́ bó ṣe wà yẹn, olè.
Oh, you
I was
always be my
expecting
sweetheart. You always be my sweetheart.
I
Don't
always see that
worry.
from Doopsy. I know I was expecting that from Doopsy. And she did disappoint. Well,
No.
anyways, this is the thing, right? We cannot solve these issues if we are not holistic with our approach. I've not made a case for men, I've not made a case for women, but I've made a case against those bad eggs that we have amongst us. Look for your match. Always know this. It does not matter what the socials say. It doesn't matter what people say. Men will most likely marry down, and women will most likely marry up. Now, when you have satisfied this, it still boils down to the individuals involved in such unions and how far a marriage can go is still dependent on those two human beings. Remember, when you get married, both of you are one. I don't care about all these, a woman is this. No. When you were coming in, you knew what's up. You knew we were going through a marriage. So if you have to do everything you have to do, maybe hide your behavior and all that so that you can come to abroad, now you can now show that women are being oppressed, you're a hypocrite and a thief. So let's advise ourselves as as Nigerians. The key to every development, every, no exceptions, to all great economies is our strong families. And there be defects in those families, yes. In the olden days with our parents, yes, they had defects in their marriages. But the goal was to ensure that many of us were raised in a family way. And that we have taken, through generations. And it has worked. If it's not broken, don't fix it. If there are areas that we have to touch, that's fine. Can we twitch it? Yes. But do we throw away the baby with the bathwater? Else, no. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Joel, for coming. I appreciate you. Can you unmute? Can do. Oh, maybe it's not here.
Yeah,
Okay,
sorry
yeah.
about that.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm here. Yeah. Well, again, thank you, ladies. Thank you for the. I've actually missed this program for a little while. So good to be back on here. I think these are very healthy discussions to be had. About the community, people. But at the same time, I think that part of what Mr. Nashville said there is about the continuity of us as a people. And yeah, there are things that can be fixed in relationships, in marriages. Um, Culture is changing. Hooray, a lot of women are coming into their own. But for those who want to be married, it's not for everyone. Some people, I actually advise them not to get married because they're too selfish. Marriage
Thank
is
you.
about,
Thank you for saying that again. Yeah. We
yeah,
say that
marriage,
all the time here.
yeah, marriage is about two selfless people fighting to do for each other. If you really are with somebody that you love and want to be with, you want to do for them. It's not about what can I get out of this, but it takes two people that have that mindset. It will never work when it's only one person that's just thinking about me, 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 me. Be it the man or be it the woman. It's a lovely institution. Hopefully, one day somebody will be crazy enough to come and marry me again because I actually love it. So let's keeping on, and we'll continue to talk. I'm sure 5 years from
Can
now
do.
we'll still be here talking.
Can do. Are you single?
Yes, my lágbára Ọlọ́run.
You're such a gentleman. Oh. I have
Hey,
And all
you
these
somebody
see,
for
advice
you.
you've been
no,
giving us
no,
can do. Ah.
let me
I
give
can't
you
even believe it.
let me give you all a quick story. There's this man, Wayne
Okay.
Dyer. You can Google him. He's a motivational speaker. He speaks about all kind of things with relationship and everything. And there was one of his last video that I saw. He passed away now, and he was in a hall with I think about 1,000 women that came there to come and listen to him. If you don't have anything to do sometime or you're going on a long drive, Google it, Wayne Dyer, Dyer. And one of the shows, he said, it's an unbelievable thing that I have over 1,000 women here listening to me. And these people paid, I think they paid either $800 each to come and listen to him. He said, but at the same time, I have a woman who is divorcing me because she's tired of listening to me. So while you might consider or be considered by other people as this wonderful person, the person that you're with at home might not be seeing that in you any longer. Life is very interesting. So if people can go and pay to listen to a man, pay that type of money,
Are those
and
women
then
single? The women that came to listen to him, are they all single?
no, no, I don't know the dynamics of it, but the issue is not whether they are single. The man is the mate. I mean, this man, if you listen to when your life will change, how you treat people, how you deal with people, but at the same time, just like Jesus said, just like they said, Jesus said, no matter how wonderful you may be outside, you may not be perceived like that in your own home sometimes. Thank you.
Thank you, but I have somebody for you. I will let one man know so one man can get in touch with you.
Doopsy,
You see,
Doopsy, Doopsy, Doopsy. Can do I second what you just said? No matter how wonderful your outcome
Yeah.
may not be, yes, that is a powerful statement.
Dupsy,
Yeah.
Olowogan, by the way, on this
Hey,
platform
who
is
they
the
sorrow like
wealthiest.
a
And,
gentleman
and you know
gone?
how rich people are on this
Doopsy,
platform. On
Doopsy.
this platform
Yeah.
is the wealthiest person on this platform.
Are you serious? Uh-uh. Hey, no, one man, I
One
saw
one man,
lẹ́yìn
I
sí.
thought you were the wealthiest too.
No,
know how one man know everybody's bank account. I have to tell us.
I,
no.
uh,
Look, okay. Let me bring. I hope Joel is still there. Oh, Joel has left. Joel will tell. Joel knows can do now. Can do actually makes people millionaire. It, if Emeka was here, he'll tell you the same thing. So
Oh,
he's the
okay.
wealthiest man here.
I have somebody for him. One man, Arira lẹ́yìn sí. Arira tabashi Sunday sermon tán. So I have somebody for can do.
No problem.
Yeah,
And
I will let
we'll
you know.
charge him finder's fee. We'll charge him
Definitely,
finder's fee. Yeah.
definitely
And do
one
with all
man.
that money, man. You should have at least 3 wives, man.
No, it's somebody that respects women. I don't think it's like that, Mike.
So people that have 3 wives,
Don't be fooled by his soft spokenness. Oh, bad job, by
You know, though, nobody don't believe it.
oh, bad
Mike,
job,
you're so serious.
seriously.
Mike, you're just a bad boy.
One man is not a nice one at all.
Don't mind one man. No. Well, I'm just someone Lokwe, and Motishewu Baje me when I was younger. I'm a one woman man. No.
Mike, do you remember the
Oh,
conversation about shoe? Our last conversation we can do shoe.
eh?
I've never gone footless anywhere. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah.
no, he's just a wealthy man that is proud of his money now. It doesn't matter. Some people can be proud
I
of
think
what
I
they
have
have.
someone, and I think that person is here listening. So,
Who
knowing
is the
her,
person? Who is the
knowing the
person,
person,
Adama?
knowing the
Who is the?
person.
I hope you are not talking about my baby. My baby is a Gen Z. My
No,
baby is
knowing
not for
the
can do.
person ni. Momo, so what VIP ni, so what VIP ni, anything more
No,
story.
baby me Gen Z ni. Kadu is an old man. Baby me at Gen Z. Kadu and my baby I don't think they can gel. I don't think so. Except Kadu come down
man
from his
cover
high
age
horse.
now.
Chioma
Man
that
cover
like
age
men with
now.
money. Chioma, everything Chioma described what she's looking for in a man is what one man just described can do to me.
Excuse me,
Chioma want a man to take care of her.
Mike,
Money.
Mike, you're very
unless if I
Someone
may.
said if there's no love, you're broke, you can
No,
never cheat on me. How can you be broke and be cheating?
Chioma even say that. He can't cheat on me. And
no.
can do say is a one woman man. So I mean, everything Chioma described in a man is what can do, and one man just describe can do to me, man. So hey,
And
maybe
Soma,
man.
guess what? I will write you unlimited prescription about V all the way. Even one you want to just dancing, to bad walk on a bad. One mama lonely.
No.
No, I don't think my baby and Kandu can gel, but I will talk to one man about that too. I'll talk to one. My baby is a Gen Z. I don't know. Kandu is an
So
old
Juicy
man.
Chioma say you guys met. She came to your house. So can you describe Chioma to us? I mean,
No, Choma is a very pretty girl. Mike, you've not
uh,
seen Choma's picture. Choma is a very
Choma is
pretty
pretty.
girl.
Choma is the
Choma is just like a first lady. I always tell her.
Like you see that the Jebu music that play when Zusi
Yeah.
was acting on Vast Friday. I said she's in the Jebu. So that's where she is. Yes, leave
That's true.
yes.
You said that. Adama. You said that. No, Choma is a very pretty girl, Mike. Jokes apart. I don't know. Kandu is somebody that
Not just pretty, emo state, gone, gone. Where the
hey,
bride price. If you don't
hey,
have money, don't come for us.
don't just try it. I agree with you, Adama. But Choma is somebody that I would like Kandu if Kandu can come down from his high horse. Kandu is somebody that is wealthy and is proud of his hard work. So I get that. There's no
So, Miss
qualms.
Dupsy,
No, Miss
that's
Miss
why.
Miss Dupsio, in fairness to me, I don't have any IOS. Any people that know me will tell you. I mean, I'm not tooting my own horn here. I really don't.
Okay.
Money is just a tool. That's all it is.
I
Nothing
agree
else.
totally.
Yeah.
I agree. Thank you
You
for
you
that.
you see what I mean now? How many people
Yeah.
will say money is just a tool, except somebody that has it in excess? You
Hey,
know.
poor woman. Woman, we have to talk.
Yeah, yeah, poor, because we know that you aka gum, ni, aka gum.
Ada, you
Adama,
say one man is Akagom.
no, don't say that about my boss, Adama. My bye
Hey, it's
down.
my boss too. He's our boss. He's our
My
boss.
bye
I
down.
know him.
I would be offended if I knew what that means. But fortunately, I don't even know what that means.
It means stingy, but I don't think you're stingy though. I don't think
No, I
woman
don't
is.
think woman is stingy.
I
Not
think
at
No,
he's
all.
one
very
man is not
generous.
as stingy as AB. AB is very
No,
stingy. Oh, one in the comment section. Don't sing. AB
See,
is
why would
AKA
I give
aka
you
gum.
AB is
a
Alaruru.
If you know AB,
Maybe
AB
I
will
won't
be
give away
pricing
your baby,
Chioma.
don't
He will
worry.
be pricing Chioma. I told Chioma I bought you chewing gum. Come.
Maybe he's just a lovely guy. I love him. He's my brother. Hey,
AB
why
always
can you
attack me in the
unmute?
comment section, man.
Is that
Guy, I will
true?
start dealing with you every man. AB.
Is that true? Is that attacking you, Mike? I will talk to
The
him.
Because
guy hate me
Matthew
like,
banned him. Matthew
hey.
banned AB. And I'm not happy for you binding him. Because our boss has
Oh,
to unban AB. Matching, Mike, you're my sweetheart. When you want to
When
bind some
AB
people,
when
don't
AB catch me any other platform, when I go there to type comment, the guy will just attack me. He has
hey.
him and AB is Anton. All those guys, they are all friends, man. They are buddies. They catch me anywhere
Oh.
like this. Almost
Attack.
it's all come blazing.
No, but you see, John, you Obu my budget. Obu by
Eh? And
When I
then
went to
he's such a sweet guy.
that
I just like him.
Rudolph platform, I type comment. Mike is there. They AB, him and his crew, all of them. They went on me.
Uh,
Hell,
AB
all
what my
gone,
God.
Shakapula, everything, shotgun, everything. But the guy will
If
come
Oh.
here.
if
He
you
start.
are
I say,
complaining,
me,
then
I will catch you here
yeah,
too now.
if you are complaining, then what should I do? All I have to say is hello on that.
You
no,
see
no,
one
no.
man, see one man on Kulata. I want to say I want to
No,
there like this. Oh,
no, one
more good
man's
day.
nightmare is Yes Daddy TV. The show has not started. One man is banding it. You'll be saying delete. Yes Daddy TV and one man. Oh no, one man. What? Yeah, forget it.
One man say, "Oh, to go on platform." You know, I don't know where he goes there in any way. I don't know.
One man,
It's
both
just
the
too much for all
panelists
those
and the
platforms.
and, and the
You know,
people in the comment
Dupsy, you're
section.
right,
Yeah, yeah.
and
Now
I have to apologize for going to those platforms. I don't
I'm
think I'll
telling
be
you.
turning up there again. I think this place satisfies everything I need.
Yes, because
I'm
when you
telling
watch the
you, one
Niger
man.
watch the way one man you like trouble. You turn on your camera. All I hear is satanic woman and the and I'll be sleeping because my shift runs. I'll sleep and say
You know
that
what I like
woman.
to do there. When I go to that space, I'll just super chat Agbado Ewa, and I know that
One man is a
for
troublemaker.
the next 2 hours they'll be saying the evil satanic woman, the evil man. Anyway, but like you
I can't
said,
go to that kind of place. I can't go there.
No, one
That's
man.
too much.
No,
I
one man.
shouldn't
We
be posted.
respect you so much. We don't expect you to go on such platforms,
No,
really.
it's good actually. Let one man visit. I don't know why all these platforms, all the three major platforms, they don't like diversity. To be honest, people just want you to think along one line. Like
What
I don't know
everything
why
AY
anybody
is
will
saying.
attack
Yep.
anyone.
Yes, what AY is saying, and we wonder why Nigeria is the way it is.
Yeah,
We here, we can't even. You got me. They AY, they cost me on a daily basis because I
yeah,
come to one man. Because
yeah.
someone came on the platform and said, Adama, and I said,
I
yes, my
I was
voice was
shocked
heard.
that day.
Yes,
Yeah,
my voice was heard on Dupsy. The way the men there welcome me, so I will always go to one man.
I'm like, why are you attacking somebody for going to what does it mean?
I don't even understand why you attack
Like
somebody
a
that didn't
full grown
insult you.
adult?
Yeah,
Maybe they will
so
still attack me. Me, I'm waiting for them.
yeah, AY, do you have anything to say to us before we close the
Honestly,
show?
I think they said it all. I really love Adama and can do submission on this topic. Um, I think like we need to tell ourselves the truth. I think the older women they have a lot of work to do in educating younger ones, and even educating the young boys too, because the other stuff, some of this stuff we were discussing yesterday, for example, how the men still want to behave like you are in Nigeria, you want everything. You want the woman is working, you want her to cook, you want her to clean, you don't want to do anything. Some men they demand 50-50 at home. You still want the woman to do everything. Both men and women, we need to talk to ourselves. We need to try to balance things. It depends on the situation, you know. It depends on your situation. For me, if the woman is not working, that's okay. The woman should be able to take care of the home. But if the woman is working, you are working, there should be a strong balance. You should be able to help her to do everything. One other, the most one important thing is issue of leadership. To be honest, women need to understand the man is the head of the house. I know a lot of people disagree with this. When you don't have leadership, there is bound to be conflict, serious one. This does not mean that the man should override everything the woman is saying. He should not listen to the woman ideas. He should not have a healthy discussion with the woman. When we do this, I think we are gonna be better. We having that one common goal of raising a family, um, raising good kids. You know that would be good people to the society, help their community. So, like I think it's Mike or Joey, I don't know who said that to become one when you are married. That common goal should be the ultimate thing we are all driving for. Thank you.
Thank you so much, AY. So Chirma, do you have anything to say before we close the show?
Yes. On this issue, I always have something to say. I just feel like for like really married people out there, if you're not happy and at peace with your spouse, then you need to, you know, discuss it with your spouse and family members, and call it quits if it gets to that point. And also, pray about it, bring God into your relationship. Maybe it can stop you from, going crazy. If you can try to endure your marriage for as long as possible, bring God into the mix. And also to Nigerian men, like you really have to change your mindset. I will never ever hold any Nigerian woman responsible for any bad thing. And the reason why is most Nigerian women are very grounded. They have a good head on their shoulder. And, they're not as crazy as most men try to make them. It's just misunderstandings. So it's more like if you have an issue with a woman, talk it out. Everything is not abuse or, insult. You are in America, especially if you're in America, you're in America. Like, change your mindset. It will never go well for you. The system will never think about you. They will always think about the woman and the children. Let that get into your thick skull. And for the women in Nigeria that are like suffering abuse, I am so sorry. You know, if you have to run away, honey, run. Run for your dear life because they're killing these women like anyhow. And just, love Nigerian men, love your women. Please love our women. Love them. Women are just the most powerful, you know, beings that we can use to even better our country. The reason why Nigeria is the way it is because, you know, Nigerian men don't respect women. Honestly, they don't, and that's why we have bad leaders, we have bad politicians. Everywhere is just chaotic in Nigeria. But if you put women first, women can advise the men. They can give them a sense of direction. They can hold them down. Not when you're abusing and killing them. So I don't care what your upbringing is or who's the head or who's not the head. Respect women. Love women. That's the bottom line. Even if she slaps you first, keep it moving. Leave the house. Okay? Period. And on period.
I agree with you,
Choma,
my
shey you
Gen
go
Z
make
buddy.
careful like this.
Hmm? My Gen
Choma,
Z
shey you go
buddy.
make careful like this.
Yes, I will make heaven. AY, I know you're very traditional. AY is my friend. We go way back, but he knows my stand. You know, AY, you know I'm very
You
respectful
disown
person.
me now.
And I'm very opinionated too. You said what?
I say you disown me.
Yeah, but like I was saying, you know, I'm a very kind-hearted person and I'm very
I
opinionated.
know.
But truth be said, you know, we need to love on our women. And the thing about it, let's be honest, you know, Nigerian women can really just come out of nowhere and just slap you. Honestly. They don't, maybe there's some that would just like maybe throw away your phone. Those things I don't support, you know, but they don't just come like, oh, I'm gonna slap him. No. So, as a man, if that happens where a woman really step out of her bounds, leave the house. Leave the house. Call her mom. Call her dad. You know, deal with the situation as a matured man. Stop trying to blame everything on women. No, you know you have a problem. Nigerian men, you know you have a problem. And I would never hold a Nigerian woman accountable because we're very well grounded. We're very well grounded. Thank you.
Thank you, my Gen Z buddy. I want to ask a question. Kandu, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. I want to ask you an honest question. Do you
Sure.
like Chirma's voice?
Wait, who's Lucy?
She's a she's a she. I mean, I've seen
Hey,
her before. I've seen her
hey,
before.
Oh, you've seen
Um,
her before. Okay.
yeah, I've seen her
Miss Lucy, I'm
on.
married. Thank you.
Yeah, I've seen her
No,
before. I mean,
just please, just
You're not
hold on.
you're
Let me
not
hear.
about to put me on spot. You're not about to put me on
Please
spot.
let me
Thank
hear
you.
Kandu. I'm not talking to, I
I'm
didn't
married with
mention your
5
name.
kids.
I didn't
You
mention
seen her
your
in
name.
Lagos
Kandu.
or in New York? You gotta be
no, no, no. She
specific.
came on the panel one day.
Oh,
Okay,
she showed
okay.
her face.
Yeah. Yes.
She showed
I
her
mean,
face.
it's been like maybe 8 months, 10 months, somewhere. I can't remember.
Okay, so you know Chirma. So do you like her voice?
I think she's an intelligent
Dupsy,
and
ṣe ní
beautiful
life la máa
woman.
máa ṣe matchmaking ni
Hero,
èwo ni
I'm not
gbogbo
matchmaking them. I'm asking questions. I'm not matchmaking them, Madam. I'm just
Look at
asking
look,
him questions.
look at Dr. Alexander. Look
Dr.
at how
Alexandra, good
look at
evening.
how he put
Good afternoon,
his
sir.
hand on his chin. He put,
I'm watching
I'm,
us.
this is what you people are
I'm
doing.
listening.
Ẹyọmọdé
I'm
ẹyọmọdé
listening
Good
to
ti
this
bàjẹ́.
guy's
afternoon,
dialogue.
Yes,
Dr.
I need some
Alexander.
people that
This is
need to be
Choma greeting
evaluated.
you.
So
Good
I need
afternoon,
to
sir. You're
contact you, sir.
welcome.
Thank you, thank you,
Okay,
thank you.
okay. I can do. So you like her? She's intelligent. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, she's
Thank
an
you for us.
intelligent and beautiful woman. Yes.
Okay, thank you, can do.
All right.
Oga
Thanks.
Thank you.
Alexandra
Thank you.
Ekabosa.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Kandu.
you.
I appreciate it.
Oshe, Oshe.
Yeah, you
Well,
can go ahead, sir.
I just dialed in to tell you that I'm enjoying the program, and as an old school kind of person, I'm learning one or two things from what you guys are talking about. But the only thing I have to say, it's about self-esteem. It's a psychological thing. I'll give you a very good example. This is a personal example I'm going to give you. A self-esteem. When I was young, when I was growing up, I was skinny, and by my very nature, I have big eyeballs. So I had a chip on my shoulder because school kids kept on teasing me about my eyeballs. But I remember 1980 in London, I was at a nightclub, and JT Taylor Kulana Gang's wife, it was girlfriend at the time, approached me and said, "You got the most beautiful eyeballs I've ever seen in my lifetime." And what was an issue for me became a strength for me because growing up, I always had a problem with my eyes because I was skinny, so they were bulging. But you can turn a self-esteem issue into a strength depending on how you handle it. So, we all grow up with some form of self-esteem or the other, with some form of chip on our shoulder or the other, especially if you're teased constantly growing up. But that could also be a strength later on in life. So, but it's a psychological thing, and in Africa, your miss would always tease you for one thing or the other. So that's all I have to say about what you're talking about right now. But it's a good session. I enjoyed it. And I just wanted to call in and say, hey, listen, I'm still alive and I'm watching you folks. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Personally,
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I think your eyeballs are sexy, sir. So I think you're a
Well,
sexy
they
man.
even sexy in real life when you see them. So I don't have issues with them anymore. It's gotten me into a lot of trouble in the last 20, 25 years. So hey, that's just life. God bless you. God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for
sir.
always supporting us.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so
Bye.
much. Yeah. So who is gonna I think
One man, I
everybody
just
has
have a request, please, to close the show. Can you play that Ijebu music? And I need it for you.
Kekere Ijebu.
That is
Owoni.
all. Please, can you play that
Owoni.
Ijebu? And Ijebu.
Kadu, where are you from? Before we close the show.
Well, my parents are from Abeokuta. I've never really been to Abeokuta, but I'm a Lagosian.
Okay, you're a Lagosian, so you're just like Ijebu people. Because my Gen Z body loves Ijebu
And
people.
my grandmother, my dad's mom is she's a Jebusite.
Oh, your grandmom. Yeah,
Yeah,
from
she's
your
a
father's
Jebusite.
side.
Yes. No, my dad.
Kadu, sure
My
you no
dad.
go link me with Tinubu be that.
No comment.
Okay, can I ask something? Is Ijebu Ilesha Remo or is different?
It's the same, but Elisha Remo is part of Ijebu, but it's the same. Yeah.
I'm so happy. Are you serious?
Yeah. Elisha is Ijebu, Remo part of Ijebu.
Thank you.
Yeah. So is your husband from Elisha or what?
Don't show the finyele.
Adama. Okay, thank you everyone for joining us this Sunday. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. One man, can you bring up the people that gave us gift this morning so that we can say thank you to everyone? One man is sleeping. Talk by my darling sister. Thank you so much for gifting us this morning. Thank you. We appreciate you so much, Talkbe, for always supporting us. Dr. Alexander Gomez, that's the chairman of this platform. We say thank you so much for yourself for always coming to support us. Chuku Igwe, thank you so much for always coming to support Dupsy Baby's show. Thank you so much. And that's me saying thanks everyone for attending our Sunday sermon. Thank you, everyone. We come here every Sunday to discuss different issues. If you have something in mind that you want us to discuss and we have not discussed yet, please, can you just reach out to one man? Give that one man the topic, and I can assure you that we'll discuss it next time you come around here to discuss about things that are going on. Thank you so much, everybody in the comment section. I say thank you to my brother AB from Ireland and all the people that have been commenting. I say I appreciate everyone for joining me this Sunday. God bless you, everyone. Love you all. One man,
Oh, sorry, Dopsy. I thought you landed. Have you left? All right. Let me play this.
Tell them, let them know, say, won't lay back. Then they see us as they emulate. Then one begin, they imitate. Maybe someday they go graduate. Many people don't know about Baba. I see they go. owó lọmọ gbàgbé òṣì. Ìjẹ̀bú Àwùjalẹ̀, Ìjẹ̀bú ọmọ alárẹ̀, kékeré Ìjẹ̀bú o. Aha! Àwọn tó mọ̀ wá o. Àgbà Ìjẹ̀bú o. Àwọn alábòsí o. Àríyá rẹpẹtẹ. Come on! Ìjẹ̀bú jó dáadáa. Ìjẹ̀bú jayọba. We done the ball with the represent. Olówó lọmọ ṣe yóò. Ìjẹ̀bú lọmọ kò sóṣì. Ayéwo la ọ̀jẹ̀ rí. Tell them, let them know say wọ́n lè bá. Ìjẹ̀bú Àwùjalẹ̀.